Interesting.
Now, maybe he needs a slap. Not a beef. Maybe the king needs to go to Isle of Wight and face him and slap him. Maybe that's what he needs. He needs to be put in his place because I haven't bothered him for a long time. But to carry on means he gets a slap. So, Callum, I'm not one of these people that do clout chase. You know, play little like kindergarten games. You want to do something proper, then I come to the Isle of Wight on the ferry and I'll do it proper.
Yeah. And meaning lose my job.
You, listen up, Summerstone's a complete bloody freak.
Get out of here, punk! You got the balls, damn it!
I'll be smoking every dirty pig in my crowd.
Whoa, what the? Oh.
Back to hell.
And come to find out, she may have been a tad bit underage, and that's why that Thomas the Tank Engine guy was calling me a oh.
Hello everyone, how you doing? You alright? So here we are on part 2 of the Iceberg, the grand finale. Looking at the internet's most disturbing and obscure stories until we reach the bottom. I'm sure that we'll go over many people that you've never heard of before, and I'll leave timestamps for each person if you want to skip around to see a particular part, as I'm guessing this is going to be a very long video, so let's just get started. So here we are at tier 4, getting into the more unknown oddballs that the internet has to offer. First up, let's meet Kurt Tay. He is Singapore's best known LoLcow, but as I'm not from Singapore, he's appearing lower on the list than maybe his notoriety deserves. He first came to the attention of the world when he appeared as a contestant on Singapore Idol.
Tell me the tales that to me were so dear, long, long ago.
This shot him into the limelight and he started to show up as minor characters in many different TV shows. Soon the limelight started to fade, so he set up an escort agency to try and cash in on his fleeting stardom, but sadly this business failed due to it being an overcrowded market. Plus Kurt enjoyed gambling and his losses would have a big impact on this business endeavour. He then tried to cash in by spending $22,000 on a music single, along with a music video and all of the marketing that it takes to launch a new single. But sadly again this didn't go to plan and there's only one documented case of someone buying this single, so he was left with 5,000 CDs that I guess he still has. In 2013 he set up a YouTube channel where he posted videos showing off his acting skills in the hopes that he could get an acting role, but sadly again this didn't work out. He then started to post a variety of content in the hopes that one of them would stick. Things like food reviews, workout videos and vlogs. He uploaded these daily, leading to his channel having many videos in a very short amount of time. He then flew to Thailand in order to have surgery to give him C-cup breasts. I'm unclear why he did this, but it's a thing that happened. With his new breasts, he then set about trying to get himself a new girlfriend. But sadly, once again, this didn't work out for him. So he got himself a mail-order bride from Vietnam and the pair got married. Unsurprisingly, his new wife wasn't happy that he had breasts, so asked him to remove them, which he wasn't very happy about. But he agreed to this request if his wife would agree to his list of handwritten demands. 1. He must be allowed to wear makeup. 2. He must be allowed to get a full body tattoo, as when the boob man spirit returns to find him without breasts he will cry. But I guess the tattoo makes the spirit happy. 3. He must be allowed to make YouTube videos, but not as a she-male. These are his words. This was all agreeable to his wife, so he set about working 2 jobs in order to save up enough money to get his new breasts removed. He was still uploading videos to YouTube which were getting more and more attention, which in turn drew more and more trolls. These trolls found out where he lived and started to put flyers around his area showing Kurt in an unflattering way and offering adult services. One of these trolls was later arrested for this crime. In 2016 he started on a new journey of wearing toy wrestling championship championship belts everywhere that he went. He really likes wrestling, so much so that he named his first child after Brock Lesnar. Yes, he has children. He was then tricked into thinking that a media outlet in Singapore wanted to interview him, so he turned up at their office, to which they turned him away, and he made a video outside the office telling the trolls how angry he was about this. Then later that year he was fired from his job when trolls contacted his workplace to let them know that he had been using this workplace to film YouTube videos where he talked about BDSM. He really likes BDSM. He then got another job at a Japanese restaurant and even appeared in some of the adverts for this restaurant. But sadly, trolls got him fired from this job as well, which led to one of his best known angry moments.
You will make me lose my job again. It's the second time you made Ling Bei lose my job. You email to the company and make me Ling Bei lose my job. Now Ling Bei lose my job, you will happy with it. You.
He was then challenged to a fight by a troll, which Kurt said yes to. The pair met up and had the fight, which was very one-sided in favour of the troll. Kurt was unhappy with his wife's performance in the bedroom, so started to see a BDSM mistress that he hired, but he was caught doing this with his wife seemingly being fine with him doing it. I would guess that she was just happy he wasn't going near her. Some of the messages and videos of these BDSM sessions were leaked to show the degenerate stuff that he was up to. In 2023 he was arrested and charged for sharing photos of him and women doing adult things. He was arrested as he uploaded these photos to the internet without their consent. Plus he also tried to hire a hitman. Troll showed up to his court appearance to mock him as he was leaving court. This trial was still ongoing, but one of his co-defendants who was in the Telegram chat with him pled guilty and was sentenced to 10 months and 2 weeks in prison. So it's safe to say that if Kurt gets found guilty, he'll be looking at a fair amount of time away from the internet.
Tell me the tales that to me were so dear, long, long ago.
So now let's move on to someone who is no stranger to prison. FedSmoker is one of the wildest people that the internet has to offer. A man that has been on a rampage across America, getting up to all kinds of shenanigans. I've already made a full video on him for members and Patreon, so for a more detailed breakdown, check that out. There's a lot of lore with FedSmoker and much more that has been lost to time, so I'll just be covering the main plot points here. He claims to be a CIA double agent on a mission to take down dirty cops across the USA. This mainly manifests in him harassing people pretty much everywhere that he goes, then getting run out of town. At the start of his life, FedSmoker, otherwise known as Herc, seems to have been doing well for himself. He owned a tattoo shop and even invented his own cordless tattoo gun. Herc is a creative guy who is actually pretty good at art. So this would seem like a dream come true for him, but sadly his life would take a turn. He moved away from his hometown but was soon kicked out of the place that he was living at due to him partying too much. So he returned home where he was arrested for breaking someone's jaw. In 2001 a police chief was arrested for arson when he tried to pay someone to burn down some buildings, but his plan was foiled by an anonymous tip-off to the police. Well, it turns out that the person the police chief tried to pay was our buddy Herc, who was wearing a wire. Sadly, this case fell apart due to the information leading to the arrest coming from Herc, who was a convicted felon. This was a massive turning point in his life, and now he was a man on a mission to track down and expose all the dirty cops that he could find. In 2007, he set up the first of many YouTube channels. He has so many YouTube channels that I'm sure that there are many more out there just waiting to be found. Sadly, this fact does make the story a little hard to piece together, as you're getting scraps of information here and there due to many of these channels being banned or deleted. This first YouTube channel was named after the police chief that Herc had tried to smoke, but the channel was mostly about him selling his art or talking to homeless people.
Look, there's this guy just purchased my Seuss painting, drawing. What do you think of it, guys? You like it?
Oh yeah.
You like it how his hat's holding his joint in his mouth?
Calling the cops on you, dumb.
Good.
Better move
I can't wait. You drinking, you're going to jail. Time to go to the drunk tanks. Time to go to the drunk tank. Drunk tank. I'm calling the fucking cops on you this time. You're not gonna drink next to these little kids today.
Later that year, he would embark on his journey to smoke feds. This started off with him calling police stations using the voice of Christian Bale's Batman and asking to speak to police officers pretending to be their partner. One time, he asked a female receptionist on the other end of the line to think of him next time she pleasures herself. These calls don't seem to be prank calls, but him actually trying to catch dirty cops. It's just unclear how these calls actually achieve that goal. He was given a bike by a young man in exchange for Herc teaching him how to do tattoos. Herc called this bike FedSmoker and it became a big part of his videos.
This little lady took all that ink, Americans, in one session. What do you think there, little lady?
Thank you, Herkster.
You bet. Thanks for watching my bike FedSmoker, kids. Look at it over there. My bicycle FedSmoker still running. My good old buddy doesn't want his dead in my shot, so I won't shoot him no more. Gentlemen weren't sneering at my bicycle now, were you?
No.
It'd be the wrong thing to do. Yeah, you don't want to look at that bicycle too bad.
I got a couple
bike's
extra
wicked.
parts if you want, we can handle
The bike is wicked. Thank you. They just said they were looking at my bicycle funny. Oh, FedSmoker here. They got their fucking teeth knocked out, every fucking one of them. You think I'm fucking kidding? You try me.
He then started to make signs and protest outside of police stations, but the police would take his signs away. So Herc took this case to town meetings, claiming that he had evidence to put these dirty cops away for a long time. But sadly, due to Herc never making it clear what crimes had been committed or what evidence he had, the town meetings never took any action. He then started to travel around America smoking feds. Well, mostly it was just him getting arrested a lot, I guess. He would show up at a new town, and if any police officers even so much as looked at him in a funny way, he would spend the next few weeks or months harassing them in any way that he could. Often he would set up a new YouTube channel for each policeman that had caught his eye. This happened in many different towns up and down the country, with him protesting outside of police stations, going into police stations to make complaints, and walking up to police officers to film them.
If I wouldn't be recording people and doing what I am right now, I'd probably be a hitman, okay? Okay? So it's either the camera or the other, okay? I'd choose the camera, okay? Because I would have been a great hitman. All I really want to do is come in now with Christmas lights wrapped around my okay? And interrogate the crew, okay? I want to come in there naked as a jaybird with Christmas lights on and smoke them at the table for Christmas, okay? That's all I want to do. Oh, you're being on record. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me. Okay. You didn't follow proto, buddy. You're done.
This would happen over and over again until he was arrested and sentenced to 1.5 years in prison for battery with a weapon. He was released in 2011 and recruited the daughter of a policeman to help him on his mission to smoke feds. She worked as his producer. He then went back to protesting outside of police stations, holding up signs with graphic things written on them. Herc has a catchphrase that I can't really say without getting this whole video age restricted, but he writes it on his signs and shouts it at people a lot. He then started to travel to smaller towns to investigate the police. By this point, his car had been fully upgraded to have cameras everywhere so that he could record all of the wrongdoings around him. He was now in a weird cycle of travelling to a town and getting up to no good, so he would be arrested or stabbed or run out of town, then just go to a new one and it all started over again. In one town, he made the local news for going into a church, putting his face into holy water, blowing bubbles, then drinking it. Another time, he went into a police station, this time to ask them to investigate a crime that had been committed against him. The crime that he was reporting was the fact that Barack Obama had trained all of the people that were speaking to him to only reply to him in one-word answers. As far as I know, the police never arrested Obama for this crime. He then announced that he would be running for president so that he could expose every dirty cop. His running mate was a dog called Bud. As far as I know, he never became the president. He did, however, decide to go to war with the Hells Angels due to one of their members looking at his car funny. Herc gets into fights and gets stabbed more than you would expect, with many videos of him patching himself up with superglue. He also gets run out of town a lot, with people attacking him or smashing his car up with rocks to try and get him to move along to another town. In 2017, he went to hospital for a heart attack, but thankfully made a full recovery and was soon back out smoking feds.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Get away, dude.
Get away from me. Get away, you punk! Get out of here, punk! You got some balls? Flip it!
I'll be smoking every dirty pig in my path. Yeah.
There are a lot more details to this story, like him taking his own tooth out with a knife, him giving himself a haircut by setting his hair on fire, or him pulling people over for speeding, but we'll end it by saying that sadly on the 9th of February 2020 he was found dead in his car due to heart problems.
Yeah! Locked up in that house, swear I was going crazy! So scared that the doctor said might have changed me. Locked up in that house, swear I was going crazy. Wanted to be free to the world, to have my little babies. I just escaped from the madhouse.
Let's hope that he's happily smoking feds in a big police station in the sky. Next up we have ADF fuensalida. ADF has a very long and confusing story that is a bit out of the time frame of this video, unfortunately. This story is really to be found in the weird details, but I have already made a full video on this topic, so watch that for a full breakdown. I'll just give a quick overview here. ADF had a very troubled childhood, so developed a passion for anime and cosplay as a way to try and escape the reality of the world. This passion would soon take over ADF's life, and soon he was lost in a maze of fantasies, creating his own fantasy land in which he was the dictator of this pretend Latin country. His life changed when he posted a drawing to his DeviantArt page that would gain a lot of attention and lead to him being trolled for many years afterwards. He then joined a cosplay group that was mostly made up of 15-year-old girls who complained that he was a bit too touchy-feely with them. He left this group due to the parents not allowing him to take photos of the children. He was 23 years old at the time. As I said, there are a lot of details with this one, so I'll just list a load of them here. He punched his disabled mother and his lesbian girlfriend. He has a history of trolling Christian while being trolled himself. He has been homeless for a long period of time. He became a well-known figure in the Occupy movement. He appeared on the Alex Jones show, and he has gone through many transformations, from being gay to being transgender to cosplaying a communist to being a real communist to having multiple personalities to being an active member of Antifa who is out to get the journalist Andy No. This story is a tangled web of details that makes up one of the most insane stories the internet has to offer.
Hey you! Is this a better rainbow for you? I guess the rainbow wasn't big enough, so you want the royal rainbow, not the rainbow I'm looking for. So guess what? I'm gonna get you that rainbow, because you're such a whiny little
So let's move on to a person that is the opposite to ADF fuensalida in a lot of ways, but exactly the same in a lot of other ways. Jard Genesis is the peak alpha male, a man so alpha that he needs to keep telling everyone how alpha he is, over and over and over again. He likes to post videos of himself showing off his super sick martial arts skills, and also likes to cut his own hair, which leads to him having some unusual hairstyles. Jard really dislikes beta males. He hates them so much that his most well-known YouTube channels are named after his alphaness. His best known channel is Alpha Genesis, and his second channel is called Alphas Anonymous, in which no betas are allowed. Strangely for an alpha, he doesn't seem to speak to women very much, so this has left him with never really having a real life girlfriend. Plus he hasn't worked for many years, so still lives with his parents, spending most of his time being caught up in internet dramas. He seems to have a love-hate relationship with the YouTuber Boogie2988, and used to make videos about him claiming that he should have stood up to his abusive mother when he was 10 years old.
Most 10-year-olds, you know, they're big enough to where they could still stand up to their own mother, but the fact that he didn't, it's honestly hard for me to feel sorry for him. I don't know, man. There's just something I don't like about the guy. I think he's kind of a simp. I think he's kind of a but, you know, he's still a good guy. About the story of his mom, though, I don't really know entirely. you know, maybe Boogie was just a bad kid. I mean, I just have to be honest. Maybe he was a bad kid. Maybe he just was annoying. I don't really know. Maybe he was just a little kid. I mean, I have to be honest with you. You know, we don't know that. We don't know what kind of kid he was.
Jard was a little ahead of his time in some ways, as his mission to become internet famous started off with him doing weird little dances and lip sync videos before the rise of TikTok.
Give me the fish. Give me the jam. Give me the pizza.
He also showed us that he spends a lot of time memorizing YouTube videos.
The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus, but as it turns out, that might be what you get.
A 4chaner uploaded a photo anonymously to the site showcasing his feet in a plastic bit of lettuce with this statement, "This is the lettuce you eat at Burger King." Admittedly, he had his shoes on, but that's even worse.
He took the name Genesis not from the Bible, but from the fact that he is a big fan of the late 80s computer console Sega Genesis. Sadly, due to his lack of money but need to be internet famous, he started to live stream cheap games on strange websites, which led to him getting a virus live on stream.
Bear with me, guys, just having some technical difficulties. Am I still streaming? Because looks like I lost my internet. Let's see. Be right with you guys. Lost my game. Sorry guys, I might have a virus on my computer, but we'll get it taken care of. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know, Steve. Yeah, unfortunately I caught a virus. Don't pirate, kids, because eventually it's gonna catch up to you. So, whoopsies. We'll see if I can get the game going again. I always want to change characters anyway. That guy was kind of slow.
Being an alpha, he is of course very intelligent and does things that us normal people could never understand, like taking the fan off of his computers. And like any true alpha, he only uses these fans on his computers because his mother told him to.
I don't think that PCs really need fans. I mean, I think that it definitely can help. But if you're not someone who plays obsessively, then you really don't need them. I don't use these. I just take them off. It's funny because I think Dishonored Wolf or one of you guys, you thought this was a safe in one of my videos. It's just the side of my PC, bro. It's not a safe. I don't hide yo-yos in there. I mean, think of like a car, you know? A car doesn't have fans in the engine. Why does a PC need fans in it? You know, it's the same thing. It's a PC engine. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say I still stand by what I said. I don't really think PCs need fans. Although I do have one running on mine. That's only because my mom said that I have to use it because she was afraid it would break if I took it off, but...
As you may expect, Jard gets trolled a lot, but weirdly doesn't seem to really notice this and thinks that these trolls are actually his real fans. A strange side plot is that he really dislikes the Green Power Ranger. You see, Jard is a big fan of martial arts, so attended a dojo ran by the man who played the Green Power Ranger on the TV show. He was then paired up with someone for a sparring match who dominated him, which Jard blamed on the Power Ranger. This left him with a long-standing hatred for the Green Power Ranger, but after 6 years, Jard learned to become the bigger man and put all of this behind him, and asked the Green Ranger for a job in his dojo.
So I want to make this video to Kiyoshi, Jason, David, Frank. If he happens to watch this, great. But if not, that's okay too. I still have a message that I want to share with other people. So here's the thing. I'm 33 years old. I've been practicing martial arts mostly on and off my whole life. Mostly self-taught. I know about 10 different styles. I want to be a martial arts teacher. I want to keep traditional martial arts alive. And that's why I wanted to contact Kiyoshi, Jason, David, Frank. I understand that you run a traditional school in Kingwood, Texas called Rising Sun Karate. I would be very much interested in joining you, sir. Actually have been to your establishment in the past. This was roughly 6 years ago, I believe. I had a bit of an encounter, unfortunate encounter with a Jason Felton, if you remember him. Pretty good guy. I mean, pretty advanced fighter. He was really good with kicking, and he really got the best of me. We did a sparring match. Unfortunately, though, I wasn't very happy about it because I froze up, and he was just being pretty relentless with me. And unfortunately, I also went kind of on a tyrant on Facebook, and I said some ugly things, which I wish to apologize for. I'm sorry that I dishonored your school as well as your name, Kiyoshi Jason Frank. I do apologize for that. But I'm asking for a second chance. I care a lot about keeping traditional alive.
Jar does seem to have a problem with anger sometimes, and once threatened his parents on a live stream, screaming at them that he was a grown man and that he will beat them up. You may think that him screaming at his parents that he is a grown man may indicate that he has some kind of concept of age, but sadly this doesn't seem to be the case when it comes to the ladies, as he has stated that he doesn't really care about age and cares more about being on the same level as them spiritually. He once said that he would go out with an 8-year-old, so I would guess that he's pretty spiritually stunted.
Anyways, guys, having a lot of fun chat with y'all, man. I was having kind of a day because this girl kind of broke up with me. It was a dumb internet relationship anyway, though. And come to find out, she may have been a tad bit underage, and that's why that Thomas the Tank Engine guy was calling me a pet. Just dumb, corny bullshit like that. But you know, it is what it is. I shouldn't let that bring me down. Oh, it ain't nothing, Alan. That's pretty much the story. The broke up with me, man. She thought I was being demanding because I just wanted to see some pics, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being 100, you know, because I know you guys are legit and you trust what I'm saying. You guys know I'm not a creep. But it's just, yo, man, like, I'm a man and I have needs, you know what I'm saying, Alan? Like, and everyone else listening, you know, I got needs just like any other man, and she wouldn't do that for me. And so I got upset and I said, you know what, I think you just don't trust me. I didn't call her a bitch, but I wanted to. And you know, because I think she felt like I was just some internet creep or whatever. Yeah, man, it is hard out there, dude, you know. And, you know, a funny thing is, like, and I'll give it to you straight, man. No pun intended, but I feel like I'm becoming gayer by the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just beginning to hate women more and more these days. And I know it's not healthy, and I don't want to be a hater, but I just, honestly, it's to the point where, like, I feel like I can't even stand the sight of females anymore. There's just so many fake ones, bro.
So let's now travel to another part of the world and meet Holland's biggest LoLcow. Rappersjors is an interesting man that most people in the English-speaking world has never heard of, but truly deserves his place on this list. As you may have guessed from his name, Rappersjors started out his career on YouTube doing vocal covers of songs, which due to his Dutch accent sounded a little off.
My feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. I'm slowly drifting away.
It appears that these vocal covers even sounded strange to Dutch people, which got him noticed by the media, and soon he was interviewed by a TV programme in Holland, in which he talks about how grateful he is to all of his fans, and his mother, who he still lives with, told the show how proud she is of her son. To finish off the show, he gives them a taste of his rapping skills.
This is my life and this is what I am. I'll rap for day and night because this goes about my life. And I wanna now survive. I'm have the feeling, motivation and passion. And I see myself on the next concretion. This is the life I live because I'm takes it big. And this is now what I do. I makes a hit alone without somebody because I'm telling the world now my story. I'm half day just like races.
He seems to appear on TV in Holland more than you would expect, and I think he is some kind of low-level celebrity. This attention was just what this aspiring rapper longed for, I think. It's hard to tell as he looks pretty awkward whenever he is around another human being, but I guess this is what he wanted. He likes to brag about all of the second-hand workout equipment that he owns. For some reason, this is a point of pride for him, and he thinks that he needs to get bigger muscles if he's ever going to succeed in the rap industry. So he posts videos of himself doing workouts.
Yeah.
He seems to have two types of fans, trolls and children for some strange reason. He plays music gigs to rooms full of kids and even does what I think are freestyle raps on the streets for them.
Mijn naam is Rappersjors, ik word geroemd. Yo, check it out. En dit zijn al mijn fans. Laat je horen voor Rappersjors. Oké, ja, leuk toch? Stappen we net uit de auto, komen we fans tegen. Dat is niet altijd zo. Oké, wat gaan jullie doen? Gymmen, oké. Dat is sportief van jullie. Jullie gaan naar de gym en gaan nu sporten. Achteraf zijn jullie klaar. Ja, het rijmt niet, maar nee, weet je wat het is? We zijn al de hele dag op aan het nemen. Ik moet nu even mijn verstand erbij houden. Die mensen zitten allemaal te wachten. Dus we gaan nu gewoon beginnen. Box. Ook naar binnen.
Sadly, like so many other people in this video, he seems to have a bit of a problem understanding age. But thankfully this time it's in reverse, as he really likes older women. So that's a nice surprise. He also has a thing for transgender people and films awkward vlogs of him going on dates with them. I'm not too sure if these are escorts or real dates, but what we do know is real is that adult tapes were leaked of these encounters, showing graphic details of what they got up to after the date. He then leaked a video of himself doing adult things to a doll, then made rap songs about both of these videos. The next thing of note is that after playing a gig where some people threw beer at him, he made a video wishing that they all got cancer, then shortly afterwards he got cancer himself. He then kind of turns trans himself by using a filter that makes him look like a woman, then posting a video of him in a wig talking in a high-pitched voice.
Yo iedereen, zoals jullie zien kom ik ervoor uit. Ik ben altijd een vrouw geweest. Ik heb dit jarenlang weten te verstoppen. Sorry.
I'm not sure why, but I found this video really funny for some reason. He then seemed to drop this idea and went back to being a man. He also has a funny little catchphrase that he likes to say a lot.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Woo! So now we have reached tier 5 on our quest to the bottom of internet insanity. And first up on this level we have a very odd fellow by the name of Dawson. I think Stephen may be one of my favourite people on the internet, but his story is hard to tell on YouTube due to most of the interesting stuff being of an adult nature. I've already made a members and Patreon only video about him, so sign up for that for a more uncensored breakdown. But we should be able to cover a fair bit here. Stephen really likes a British TV show called Babe Station. On this TV programme, half-naked women jiggle their jiggly bits, while men call a premium phone number to talk to them and ask them to jiggle their bits in particular ways. These women are normally half made of plastic and have suggestive names, with Stephen's favourite lady on this programme being an Indian woman named Pretty Young. Stephen's whole life seemingly revolves around this TV show and the scantily clad women that he talks to, with most of his content being him addressing these ladies, mostly airing the self-induced drama that he has created.
I thought I'd get your f***ing attention this time. I want to know why your phones keep f***ing cutting out of me. You know, they keep cutting out. Every time a glamour girl starts shaking their phones and going like that, they keep cutting out. What's wrong with your f***ing phones? Why don't you sort your f***ing phones out, Base Station, yeah? Sort your bloody phones out, the ones that base that shaking all the time. All it does is cut out all the bloody time. Why couldn't you sort your bloody phones out, yeah? Sort your phones out and sort your glamour girls out as well too. Sort Pretty Young out, the one who's got to, you know, who wasn't nice to me on Base Station screen yesterday night, you know, as in Wednesday night and all that. She was nasty to me, Pretty Young was, and all that. She shouldn't, you know. I couldn't help shouting at it. It's them bloody phones that keep going wrong and keep cutting out. Sort your bloody phones out, Base Station. You need to sort them out.
He gets very angry when he can't talk to the women and has left many voice messages at Babe Station headquarters sharing his frustration with their poor service. He also just likes to let them know what he's had for lunch that day.
No, I did at my mum's earlier on today. I did her this afternoon. I had diced pork with sweet and sour sauce in a jar and a packet of tomato and basil savoury rice. How nice is that? Anyway, you should see my pictures on Instagram and all that, you know. So I want you to make sure. I want to make sure you don't connect. You don't connect up. What's his name? I can't remember his bloody name now. You don't connect up Scott Monix. Make sure you don't connect him up tonight and all that, so he can speak to Pretty Young. Apparently he wants to speak to her tonight and all that for a long call again. And me not be able to get through because of him. I know I won't be able to get through because of him. He can hog the phone again. I know he will. I need to stop him. Make sure you don't connect him up.
There are many videos of him telling the women exactly what he would like to do to them, that sadly I can't show here without getting the whole video demonetised, but they can be quite a spectacle to behold, like him eating an ice cream while telling Pretty Young which part of her body he wishes it was. These videos can get pretty graphic, and Stephen has a very unique way of expressing his feelings for these ladies.
Pretty Young! I love you, Pretty Young! You make me the happiest man ever! You do, Pretty. You make me the happiest man ever, Pretty. You really do. I love a babe who brings so much joy to my life. You make me the happiest man, you do. Every night you came on base station screen. Yes, Pretty. Pretty Young. Yeah. I love a babe who brings so much joy to my life. Lovely. Ding, ding, dong, way! Who shows so much naked body when I can wink over her doing that as well, way! Pretend I'm riding on you, Pretty, doing this, riding my on you, doing this, go, and putting this, go, bang, bing, bong! I hope you like that, Pretty, anyway. I love you, Pretty.
He has a scrapbook that he has made of all of his favourite Pretty Young photos that I'm sure you can guess the use for.
This babe here, this one here, she likes to disappoint people and all that, you know. I'm sure she ever likes bloody doing. Like she did this morning. She likes to disappoint her fans. Like she did. This one here likes to disappoint her fans. Which you did, Pretty Young. You disappointed me last night. I was trying to call you several times to get through to speak to you on base station TV screen, but no! Your phone line was completely busy yet again. It's always busy. You never have time for me. You never do. Honestly, I'm so disappointed with you. I really am. That's why I made this book especially for you. But what's the point of me making a book for you because you like to disappoint people? I know you can't meet people, and I understand that. Anyway, I understand it's illegal and all that, you know, that you can't meet people. I understand that, but, you know, it's a shame you can't invite me to your house anyway, so I can show you this file display book for real. But what's the point anyway? You'll be a disappointment anyway to meet me. You never will anyway, honestly. You're such a disappointment. I tried several attempts to get through to you, but no, your phone line was busy every single bloody time.
That's the more normal stuff that Stephen gets up to. Now let's check out some of the more weird things about this story. So he likes to dress up in his mother's clothing and talk in a high-pitched voice for some reason. I'm not too sure why he does this.
Good evening, everyone. Stevie Dawson here. Stephen D. Earlier on today, I went to Poppins restaurant with my friend Sarah to get something to eat. I had Poppins mix, I did. I had 2 sausages, chips, fried egg and baked beans. You know what baked beans do? You know what baked beans do? They're good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. I'll do enough of that. I had 2 decaffeinated teas, and I had two cherry pancakes.
He also likes to dress up as Batman.
Good evening, everyone. Batman here. Hope everyone's okay, including you, Lady Rose. Ding John, baby, including you, Amber Pagewell too. Ding John, baby. Are you all having a good evening, like I am? I'll be cooking my don't know what I'm gonna have for tea tonight, so I don't know. I'm gonna cook my can't remember what I'm gonna have for tea tonight, so you know, I might have a stir fry actually, so I like having a stir fry, I do. Yeah. Batman likes having a stir fry, eh? What do you think about that, eh? I like them stir fry. Bitmin. Yeah, but man, let's have a stir fry. What do you think about that, eh, girls? What do you think about that? Thank you very much, girls. Thank you. Hello to Pretty Young. Hello, Pretty Young, you sexy mistress.
As you may expect from such a passionate love story, Stephen and Pretty have their ups and downs. Well, mostly it's just Stephen paying her to talk to him and her blocking him on social media, which he gets very upset about.
Good evening to the Base Station Beauties. Good evening, Base Station Beauties. I'm Stephanie here with Stephen. Pretty, my darling. Can you please unmute me on Instagram and on Twitter, please? Because I haven't done anything wrong to you, have I, Pretty? See? You know, I haven't done anything wrong to you. I want you to unmute me on Instagram, please, and on Twitter as well too, because I haven't done anything wrong to you, have I? You know, I'm your bestest online friend, really, because I last speak to you on Base Station TV, which I do anyway, and you know, you shouldn't mute me like that. I haven't done anything wrong to you, have I? So, can you please unmute me on Instagram and on Twitter, please? I am deeply sorry for me. I am deeply sorry, Pretty, for me being rude about you the other day. I am so sorry. I didn't mean it to be rude to you, Pretty. I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry, darling. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude to you, Pretty. I didn't mean it, honestly. I didn't mean it. So I beg of you, Pretty. I beg of you. I beg of you with all my heart. I beg of you with all my heart, Pretty. I beg of you to please unblock me on Twitter. I want you to unblock me, baby. I love you so much. But now my heart is broken. My heart is broken solid. My heart is broken solid. Because you blocked me on Twitter and you shouldn't block me in the first place. I didn't mean to be rude about you. I'm so sorry, Pretty. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Pretty. I'm so sorry. I beg of you to unblock me, Pretty. Please, Pretty, please unblock me. I love you with all my heart. Pretty, please unblock me. Pretty, please unblock me.
Stephen lives in some kind of care home which has parental blocks on the Wi-Fi, so this is one of the main reasons that he uses Babe Station for his releasing needs. This has led him to have a very large collection of adult videos at his home, a lot of which are recordings of his interactions with the women at Babe Station that he can store for whenever the need arises. He also has folders and scrapbooks of all of his favourite women and a jug that he keeps close by to release his bodily fluids into. He is very proud of his DVD collection and happy to show it off whenever people ask. Having restricted Wi-Fi has led him to use Twitter a lot due to adult material being available on this platform. I can't really show most of his tweets due to them being very graphic, but for some reason he says "tweet back to me" at the end of all of his posts no matter what is being discussed. Here is one of his more innocent tweets to the company Samsung UK that I found funny. "Hi Samsung, are you okay? Tweet back to me." They reply, "Hi Stephen, we're good and we hope you are too. How can we help you today?" Stephen says, "Yes, I am good. Tweet back to me." Samsung replies, "Is there anything we can help you with today?" Stephen replies, "No." Due to him using Twitter a lot, he gets trolled a fair amount on this platform, with one of his trolls being named John Pork, who told Stephen that he was going to take over Twitter and change the law so that 3 times 6 now equals 17.
John Pork, listen to me. You're not going to be the new leader of Twitter. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry, but you're not going to be the new leader of Twitter. No, you're not. You're not going to change. You're not going to create the law saying 3 times 6 equals 17. No, it's not. You got that wrong. 3 times 6 equals 18. Listen, John Pork, okay? Listen. You're not going to take over Twitter. Not going to happen, John Pork. You're going to be stopped for good. I'm going to tell Elon Musk about you, what you're flaming doing. It's not going to happen.
Stephen has had his problems since Elon Musk has taken over Twitter due to a limit being placed on the amount of people that Stephen can follow. So he recorded videos asking Mr. Musk to remove this rule.
Hi
Hey Elon Musk, Stephen here. Can you please take the limit of Twitter so I can follow more people? Because it said the limit is reached. I want to follow more than 400 people on Twitter. Can you please take the limit off? Because when I follow one person, the limit's still on there. Can you please take it off for me, please? Thank you very much. I want you to take it off for me. Thank you. Now listen to me, Elon Musk. I want you to unblock the limits on Twitter because it's not fair on me. You can't do this to me. I want you do what I say. I want you to unblock the limits on Twitter for me. Would you do that? I want to follow more than 400 people. You do what I say. I want you to unblock it. Since you took over, you are absolutely pathetic. You are rubbish. Anyway, I want you to unblock the limits on there. Please, Elon Musk. You do what I say. Please listen to me. You unblock the limits on there. Okay.
Now, I'm sure that most of you unenlightened fools are thinking that Stephen was wasting his time trying to talk to one of the busiest men in the world. But in an unexpected twist, Elon and Twitter did respond by sending Stephen a gift.
Now, this is a t-shirt that I received for the post today from Twitter themselves. I don't know how true it is. I do not know if it's from Twitter themselves or someone pretending it's from them. But I know it isn't. So, send me this t-shirt and all that. Unfortunately, Twitter, I don't like your t-shirt. I don't know how you got my address. You shouldn't get my address in the first place, you see. I don't put my address online, Twitter. I never did. So I don't know how you got my address in the first place, Elon Musk. Whoever you are and all that. Because I know you're not a real person anyway. But, I don't know how you got my address in the first place. You shouldn't got my address in the first place anyway. So you shouldn't get it, no. No, I don't put my address online. Anyway, thanks for the t-shirt. Unfortunately, it's too large. I don't like your t-shirt. It is shit. I don't fucking like it. You shouldn't send me stuff with the post anyway, without telling me. Anyway, I've got the letter from you. Unfortunately, I don't like your letter either. And, I know you sent me this letter for the post. Yes, you did. You sent me this letter for the post. I don't like the letter anyway. And the picture, got it anyway. I'm joking anyway. The picture of you, yeah. I don't know if it's a real you or not because Twitter don't send stuff out to people, which they don't anyway, because I don't know if it's legit or not. It might not be legit. I know it won't be legit. I know. Twitter don't send stuff out to people anyway, if it's legit or not. Because I know they don't anyway. I don't think this thing or this is real. I know it isn't. So, Anyway, thank you very much. I don't like it.
One of the storylines that made me laugh was when Stephen wanted a hi-fi stereo so that he could listen to music, but sadly he couldn't afford to buy one. So one of his fans named Hans brought him one and sent it to him in the post. But unfortunately this package was intercepted by real-life forest trolls who dislike gnomes, and sadly Stephen had been talking to these real-life gnomes online. So the forest trolls sent Stephen a letter to inform him that they now had his hi-fi. So Stephen made a video asking his gnome friends for help to get his hi-fi back. You'll be pleased to know that Stephen did eventually get his hi-fi back from the forest trolls.
I got me a different one. I don't like that one. It's I don't like that one. Got the wrong one. I want the one with the twin cassettes. Oh God.
Stephen gets trolled a lot, but as far as I can tell it's all seemingly light-hearted fun and lacks the spitefulness that some of the other people on this iceberg have endured. It's mostly just trying to get him to make angry video replies, like a troll called Gavin who printed a picture of Stephen and put it on a towel, which Stephen didn't like.
Now you listen here, Gavin. You listen here, you soul. You don't print pictures of me on a towel. Do you understand? Do you prick? Otherwise, Craig Wilson will call the police on you. You don't bully me online, okay? You got it? You bully me online, then I'll bully you. See how you like it, crap? See how you like it, Gavin? Do you understand?
You stop printing pictures of me and put them on a towel. Not fair on me. I have a learning difficulty, and you're not to print pictures of me on a towel and all that. And you're to stop bullying me. Okay, it is not fair. Nobody bullies on me, not including you, Gavin. Do you understand? Do you understand? Now, please stop. Okay.
So back to his love of Pretty Young. He once travelled to her hometown to visit her, but decided against going to say hello due to him being scared of her dog.
Hello everyone, Stephen D here. Today I'm in Tadworth in Surrey. I came by train on the from East Croydon to here. I came at the beginning of last year, 2018, February. That's when Pretty and Peter's birthday is, in February of this year. They'll both be 30 years old. Yeah, birthday's on the 10th of February. So I've just come to see what Tadworth is like. Not a very nice day here, unfortunately not, anyway. So this is a Tadworth. Look at that, look. What a lovely area. What a lovely area Tadworth is, yes, yeah. I wanted to go and see him. Today, Pretty, but I thought, no, because their dog would go after me, even Brady will go after me, because the old station, he protects Pretty quite a number of times and all that, and he doesn't like anyone going near Pretty at all, so, which is fair enough, you know. I just wanted to say hello to her, that's all. I asked her if she got my birthday card okay, you know, and from me to them two, as it's a 30th birthday. I sent it off, not last week, week before, so I hope they got it anyway. So I've done it on Thursday, I think they do. I hope they got it the next day, Friday and all that anyway, sometime in January, so I sent it off anyway. Hello to Pretty and Priya. I am stupid and failure. I know they don't love me anyway. I hope you love me, Pretty and Priya. I love you too.
This seems like a rare moment of self-reflection on the reality of the relationship that he has with Pretty Young, but sadly this didn't last long and he was back to eating her ice cream again pretty shortly. People have recommended that Stephen's female persona appears on Babe Station, but we have yet to see Lady Stephen on this TV show.
You! Listen up, Simon Stone's a complete bloody freak. You don't put my face on videos. Do you understand, you freak? You don't photo shoot me either with other people. That is totally unacceptable behaviour of yours. Do you understand, Simon Stone? Do you understand, you freak? Leave my pictures alone. You understand? Leave them alone, otherwise I won't leave you alone. Instead, as in, I report you to X and get your account shut down. See how you like it, okay? You leave my pictures alone and leave my face alone. You got it, Simon Stone? Whatever your name is. Leave me alone.
So that was the man, the myth, the legend, Stephen Dawson. Now let's move on to a lady who really likes Halloween. Lil Lunchbox is a confusing character who identifies as a clown. What this means exactly is hard to tell, but it's a big part of her personality, as we will find out. Miss Lunchbox likes to use the CL prefix at the beginning of words, so crazy becomes clazy or mental becomes clental. This makes her already strange rants all the more surreal. She wants to create a movement to improve people's lives by turning them into clowns. She calls this movement the Cloovement and goes around the real world trying to convert people to the Clive style, as she calls it. From what I've seen, this mostly seems to be men listening to her in the hopes that they can possibly cluck her. Men will put up with all kinds of clazy clit for a good clucking. We are silly clunts. It's honestly kind of clun to clock this way. She also gets very angry with people that think it's weird for her to dress up and live her life as a clown, and claims that she is being discriminated against as people treat religions with respect but not her clown identity. I think she first came to the attention of the internet when she started to try and reclaim clowns from the alt-right, who she says was using this as a symbol of hate. This then caught the eye of the famous actor James Woods, who started to mock her but soon became fascinated with her passion and why she was a clown. As you can imagine, a ranting left-wing clown drew trolls pretty quickly, but she made this little jingle to warn them away.
The Claters, yeah, yeah. The Clive style's not going anywhere.
So you may be wondering, what is the Clive style? Well, luckily it has 10.5 commandments, with number 1 being to club yourself, number 3 to be tolerant, and number 4 to cluck the Claters. Then we have number 8, which is no furries allowed, which is a weird rule to have for the tolerant clown people, but who am I to question the clown gods? She also does clown raps.
Right about now, it's time to get busy. 1, 2, 3, shut the cluck up and bring the clistic riff from the clisket straight through the speakers with the hey, hey. Let's go, me and you, toe to toe, so we can rock and we can roll.
So she is originally from America but moved to Sweden to be with her husband, who wooed her by joining the Clive style. This involved him cutting his long hair, then smelling it for some reason, then shaving a bald patch onto his head, then putting on clown makeup, then singing her a nice little clown song.
This is a song called Clown Blues Baby.
Apparently the pair don't have Klex, but he does like to look at her, so she made this nice little video for their anniversary.
So I just wanted to do a little something special for our Clanniversary. I hope you can enjoy it, and here's to 3 years Claried. I club you, Clayby, and I hope you can enjoy, and make sure to watch all the way to the end.
Cluck the Claters, yeah, yeah.
I guess the lack of Klex was a problem for Lil Lunchbox, so she started to openly have an affair with a lady she met on Facebook whose clown name was Lil Tomato. Miss Tomato lived in the USA but came to live with them in Sweden for a few weeks. As you can no doubt guess, this caused problems with the marriage, so Miss Tomato moved back to America and Lunchbox and her husband split up.
So if you're new to all this, I don't even know what to tell you. This has been a long time coming, apparently. My man and I have been having problems with our clarage ever since I decided to live my truth as a clown. He's terrified of flying. He got on a plane. He came back to win me back. I still said no. He went back to Sweden, where I am now, films a clidio of himself turning into a clown, becoming one with the Clive style. I took him back like a damn fool, thought he was genuine. I'm dumb as Clell for that. He basically said to me, I'm done. I want to be friends. Can you believe it? Why did he drag me all the way back to Sweden? I don't know. I really don't know. You want to be friends? But you don't want to get to... What does that mean? I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done with the eggplant. I'm all about this clussy now. Because and this sounds nasty, but I went up and I smelled my bed sheets. Didn't smell like my clussy. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm finna say. I don't want to get too graphic, but that didn't smell like my scent. I smell like, how do you put it? Like stale buttered biscuits, basically. And that's not the smell that I smelled. I don't even know how to describe it, but it wasn't my scent. I know my scent.
So she was now living at her husband's home while he was living somewhere else, and being a funny prankster clown, she started to show her husband's comic collection and claimed that she owned half of them, so was now going to sell some of them.
What's this sell? Let me see what I'm finna sell. That's what I'm trying to do, because I own half of all this. And people might be like, these are just like, let's see, what's in here? That's what that is. He's gonna be all mad. Oh, the spine! You're messing up the spine. It's mine now. I own it. I'm gonna look up how much this stuff's worth. Racks on racks on racks. Finna sell this. Finna sell this. Finna sell all of this. I'm serious. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this and put it in a bag. There's cat food in there. You know what I'm saying? So let me see how much I can get for this. At least a cool thou, I hope. Because what in the world is he collecting this trash for if it's not even worth at least $1,000?
She then started to rip them up and set fire to them. I guess the lesson here is not to put your click in Clazy, then leave the Clazy clown in your home with your comic collection. She then set up an OnlyFans account and for some reason started to collect a ball of her own pubic hair which her husband stole from her. Sadly, I'm not making any of this up. She was very angry about this theft and demanded the ball back and threatened to call the police if it was not returned.
Give it back now. I will literally call the police. I'm not joking.
Are you filming now?
Yes, I'm filming because you want to tell lies.
If you're filming, you should. If you're filming, you gotta ask who's telling lies here.
You spread lies all over your dumbass page because you're a clout chaser.
You lied about the fucking love we made.
Oh my god, are you?
lied about
you're literally
the thing in the tent.
You're so delusional. Oh my god, it's unbelievable how delusional you are.
You're going out every night and like you're on social distance. Who knows what the you're doing?
I don't go anywhere. You are literally projecting. Why are you lying? Oh my god, this is like just childish behavior. Like if he had just like given it back to me like right away, we wouldn't even be doing this. Like, and then he wants to make me look crazy. I'm so tired of it. Yeah, bring it over here.
Look, fur ball.
I don't understand like what your point is about everything.
Take it. Take it. Take it.
Seriously, give it to me.
You need to train your motor skills.
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna call the police right now. I'm calling them right now.
Please do that.
I'm calling right now.
Alright, here.
No, it's too late. I'm calling.
I have food at you.
Hello?
Come on, Rex, let's go.
It's like a recording.
You wanna go? You wanna go? Yeah.
Hi, hey, Mimon had,
You don't even know the language.
Todd...
I hope you're still filming this.
Can you talk to them? Like, he ruins everything. Like, he ruined, like, what dress that I had. Like, he got in the way of it. And I really miss her. I'm trying to be strong, but I really miss her.
The next thing I've noticed that she started to think that she had a chip in her brain that was planted in her youth and has been controlling her in some way.
I finally shaved my head, that spot. Here's the scar right here. It's gonna put it up on the screen. I have a memory, sort of. I don't really have the memory. This is the thing. I don't have the memory of falling off the couch, but I have the memory of being on the table, the bright lights, and just it's a strange memory. And like I have the story of what my parents told me, that I fell off the couch and a barrette or something busted my head open onto a carpet floor. I don't see how that makes any sense. I don't know with certainty, but I think a lot of things like that have been declassified, like MK Ultra, for instance, that's a fact. If I just said that, people would be like, you're crazy, you're crazy. People thought that for so long. It's just a fact now. So who knows what they put in my head or anyone's head? Like there's just, I'm sorry, but I used to just be like, it's a coincidence. No, there are no such thing as coincidences.
She then went to live in the woods in a tent while wearing foil on her head to stop the chip controlling her.
I plan on leaving this location pretty soon. There is a telephone line here that's freaking me out. I have my protection, so I should be good. Almost create like sleeper cells. I know it sounds insane, but of like SJW types. And around the time after Obama won the first time, they set it into motion. They turned us on. And I don't know how much of this was planned, but I just believe that a lot of my political beliefs, like, they are so conflicting. Like, sometimes I'm like, taxation is theft. But then I'm like, is it though? Because it pays for things like healthcare and school. That makes sense, but does it? And then I don't know which, like, political belief came first. And it's like this constant battle. And I truly believe that they implanted something in my brain to make me, like, a liberal, so to speak. And then people are like, you're crazy. If you talk to your family, you're crazy. And I'm like, I don't even know if I can trust them. Ah! Ah! Sorry, like, I'm fine. It's just the smoke. Oh my god, it's just the smoke for the fire. I'm fine. It's literally just the smoke.
She was in the woods for about a week, then went home, but her husband was now living with his new girlfriend. So she turned her back on being a clown and hoped to get a job and become a normal person.
But I am doing just fine now. I feel better than ever, and it was hard for me to accept that being a clown is just a gimmick. It's not a way of life. I am a person, not a clown. And I don't need to be a clown in everyday life. The only time it's really appropriate is if I'm working. And a few of you tried to tell me that, and I realize now that you're right.
Within a few weeks, she became a British clown called Lady Lunchbox.
Hello everybody, it's me, Lady Lunchbox. I'm just going to be honest. Sometimes I miss being normal. I should put that in quotes, I suppose, because I don't really know what that means exactly, but not a clown, I guess, would be the simplest way to put it. I really can't, keep it together. I really can't. I can't. I really honestly can't. I can't. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing, but all I can tell you is that, Voldemort is having, an episode, and he's just, lying, just spreading absolute lies about me. Lies after lies after lies after lies after lies.
She then moved back to America and tried to become mayor of a small town in the USA. She didn't win, so moved back to Sweden to try and fix her marriage and posted a fake-looking fight with her husband's new girlfriend.
Why are you so violent? Stop it. Why am I violent? You started it!
Some other things of note are that she has a cat that she calls her son. She once had a falling out with someone called Underwear on Head, who unsurprisingly wears underwear on his head. She was then sent a load of photos of this man holding a knife, showing his click, and photos of a dead woman. Mr. Underwear on Head claims that this was the work of trolls. There's more than likely a lot more to this story that I have missed, as she has a lot of content spread over many platforms and it would take too long to go over all of it. It's hard to tell if this is real or some kind of performance art or troll. Make your own mind up on that, I guess.
Hi, my name is Bria. I have been diagnosed with depression. I have also been diagnosed with OCD. People are suffering and dying every single day!
Let's move from one person that loves dressing up to another one. Minnie Manson is an interesting character who I've already made 2 videos about, so check them out for a full breakdown. But I'll give a quick overview here. She was born into a very religious family and claims that they were very abusive. She has gone through many changes in her younger years, from being a Marine to being arrested many times to becoming a Muslim. Her first moment of fame came when she appeared on a TV show showing off her cat who had a question mark in its fur.
One Cats act raised a lot of questions.
She doesn't do anything, but she has a question mark in her fur. Let me show you. Ripley, behave. Behave. See the question mark?
Her brother is named David J. Stewart, and he was once married to a witch but now runs a website called Jesus is Saviour. This website is a real fever dream of conspiracy theories and religious prophecies. He was also convicted of indecently assaulting children. Minnie Manson became a he and soon set out on a path to become the world's greatest entertainer by singing cover songs on YouTube.
To midnight, something evil lurking from the dark. Silent night, holy night.
In the early days of his YouTube channel, he would do a lot of live streams where he would get naked and use the microphone to pleasure himself. He still has lady parts, so I'm sure you can imagine what this involved. His channel was removed from YouTube, so a new one was set up, and on this channel he would passionately kiss posters of Marilyn Manson for a long time, and tell us all how he likes to hold in his urine for hours until his belly swells. He does this as he likes the feeling of a bloated belly and as some way to honour Marilyn Manson.
As you know, Minnie Manson likes to hold his bladder. That is his fetish. And he likes to have a giant beer belly, which weighs down on his bladder.
He is very proud of his bloated belly and rubs it often. He is fairly good at art and sells art stickers that he has made. He seems to really like stickers and puts them all over the city that he lives and sells them to his fans so they can do the same where they live. He also has a fridge covered in stickers.
Another insight into Minnie Manson's everyday personal life. This is my fridge. So that you could see it better, I turned the camera sideways. Okay. It took 3 years for me to get all those stickers up on there. Hall & Oates love. Ooh, a pentagram. Hasatan.
Minnie Manson was brought to the attention of the internet by Music Biz Marty, who pretended to be a music manager who wanted to sign Minnie. And over time the pair became friends of a sort, with Marty attending Minnie's music gigs and going to hang out at his home.
When I say Minnie, you don't say Manson, Minnie. Minnie.
Manson, yeah. Manson.
Minnie Manson has appeared on many small podcasts and gets naked a lot, or turns the interview into him trying to get the people that run the show to say they like him. His fans also like to watch him eat ham.
So I'm going to sit here and eat some ham in front of you. Because I know you like that.
There are many adult photos of Minnie Manson on the internet, and when you dig into the details of the story, it's full of degenerate acts by everyone involved.
Kiss! Okay, everybody, I'm going to show you the right way to get in a bed and to do your blankets. You don't want your blanket to be too loose, so all the sides are open, so I made like a little snuggly little cocoon to get in. But you also don't want to get into a sleeping bag and then have both sides together, because during the night you might get an attack of gastritis and you might have to blow a fart. So you want to have a flap so you can do this here. That's how Minnie gets in the bed. And also I do this here.
So now let's switch over to a more dark story. Tony the Black Dragon is mostly known for being part of the Cyrax universe, but he is an interesting character in his own right. From what I can tell, he had a stroke while doing press-ups at school, which left him wheelchair bound. Once again, he was brought to the attention of the internet by Music Biz Marty, who seems to be the one pulling the strings a lot in this story. Tony claims that he was once given a thumb drive by one of his friends that is currently in prison for indecently assaulting 2 underage girls. This thumb drive was full of indecent images of minors, but for some reason Tony kept the thumb drive for years and claims to have just forgotten about it until one day his grandmother found it and threw it away. He has also been accused of taking photos of children at a mall, which he admits. He then became a born-again Christian and was even baptized, but also he is possessed by some kind of demon or dragon. I'm not too sure what it is, to be honest. This is called the Black Dragon and it comes out when Tony gets angry. This seems to be some kind of symbiotic relationship with the Black Dragon protecting Tony, and I think the two of them are friends. You can tell when the dragon is talking as Tony gets an evil voice.
You, your sister, your mother, your father, your aunt, your cousins, or your uncles, or your grandparents. So if I were you, I would be careful on what you say on YouTube, Heather, because as of right now, we're watching you. So don't be calling Tony a file. And that's it. So yeah, I would be careful on what you say. Don't worry about it. To all you haters out there that still don't like Tony, I would be very careful on what you say and what you do. Because even when you go off YouTube, we are still watching you from afar.
Oh yeah, he also speaks in tongues a lot, and I think this is some kind of curse that he is putting on people that he doesn't like. He appears to have more than one dragon inside his body, as I've heard him speak of a green dragon. But when the black dragon takes over, he will threaten to do horrible things to people in his evil demon voice in the hopes they will scare people into leaving him alone. The black dragon thinks that Music Biz Marty is part of the Freemasons and also the Knights Templar. A lot of footage of Tony is him joining other people's live streams and arguing with them, as they are accusing him of being a child admirer.
Player put up the play flag 2 years ago. I will dominate you now.
Player 17 dominated you.
No.
And yo, you don't want to player. Here we go. I love it. Player dominated. Fucking 2 years ago.
Bakuna isa valurane me eke apa.
In a weird crossover, him and Mini Manson appeared on the same livestream where Tony confirmed that he likes to put his manhood inside a jar of peanut butter. He has also confirmed that before he had his stroke he was sitting on the sofa with one of his friends watching a movie when his friend pulled out his manhood and asked Tony to suck it. Tony then told his friend that he was not gay, then proceeded to suck it. Then after it was over, his friend asked him to rate what happened. Tony gave it a 7 out of 10. This friend of Tony is a convicted armed robber apparently. Someone called the dust-smoking hippie once put a hex on Tony, which Tony was very unhappy about, so he made a video to confront the hippie.
Yeah, hippie could try to. Well, you know what, hippie? You want to put a hex on me? Okay. Here's something for you. Naku ira babalera. Idan futelesanal. Iku baldeal. Melu idan fasius. Yoshi alavalamal. Udlet paldeal. Kapaya dalalul. Itod fuck maleshahal. La palu de lesal. Hippies sudadaba. Iludala pakanesh. Adva uladabalaine. If you know what's best for you, hippie, you won't make a hex on me. Because I will fuck you and your family up.
Tony and Cyrax don't seem to get along very well, and Tony is probably best known for the time that him and Cyrax had an argument on Christmas Day, with them both accusing the other of being a child admirer for 10 minutes. The rivalry also includes the time that Tony started to speak in tongues, so Cyrax called on God to protect him.
Isu alapal mekanur idakunalamal.
Back to hell from
Abakunalamanes.
I'm still here, Dad. I'm still here. Hey, Dad.
Tony's story is a little hard to put together as it is mostly him appearing on other people's live streams where he is called a child predator or it's him arguing with other LoLcows.
Zero was pressing you and being like, what do you like and this and that, and you beat around the bush and then you still try to hang out with them when you know they're not down with that shit.
I know that. Why do you think I keep things bottled up, Mary Jane? It's because people like you expose me for who I really am, and I don't like it.
So let us now move deeper down the iceberg to Tier 6, a collection of internet oddballs that most people have never heard of before but are nonetheless interesting. First up on this level we have King Ian Moore, a man who has had a turbulent internet career and wears a crown. His story starts with him working at the supermarket Sainsbury's in Southend, but this wasn't enough for him and he longed for more out of life, so decided to become a content creator. He started to do online shout-outs for people and set up a TikTok account. This pivot in life was a success for him and he started to make friends both online and in real life.
The two kings together! The two kings together!
Things were looking good for Ian, and the worst that was really happening was people tricking him into giving rude shout-outs to fake people, but this was of little consequence, so his follower count was always going up, reaching over 100,000. Sadly, things started to take a downturn when voice messages were leaked of him speaking inappropriately to an underage boy. Ian claims that this young boy showed him a passport that showed that he was 19, but in actual fact he was under 16 years old. The pair also exchanged photos of an adult nature. This seems to have been a turning point in Ian's online career, and his friends started to turn their back on him, leaving him to the trolls.
Ian bloody Moore.
You silly boy!
I'm not your mate, you're a troll. No, you just said it's your opinion that I'm a nonce. You've got no full facts to back that.
That's my opinion. Am I not allowed an opinion? Sorry.
Ian, I want nothing to do with you anymore at all now, okay? Well then keep your mouth shut, Nick, okay? Keep your mouth shut.
Ian was now a TikTok outcast and the internet dream was over for him just as quickly as it had arrived, but at least he still had a cat.
I love him to bits. My cat will always show me love, always. I love him to bits. And yeah, it's nice to know that someone actually loves me.
Ian was now being trolled a lot on TikTok, so decided to escape this torment by moving over to YouTube.
You follow my YouTube, follow my Instagram that's on this account. And I'll contact Steve, but obviously I will look at the accounts to make sure they're genuine and not haters. I will be going live over there, and yeah, we'll still have fun, we'll still do our singing and stuff, and be happy.
So Ian was now on YouTube and pumping out content for his fans. But what kind of content does he make, I hear you ask? Well, he drinks alcohol a lot on live streams, with people paying him to drink more until he is sick.
People were paying him on his live to £50 to drink a litre of vodka, and then he was sick on his bed. That's what people were doing last night.
As you may have guessed, Ian enjoys fast food a lot, so makes content about this passion. A lot of his videos are him being so lost in his love for eating fast food that he doesn't really speak, or do anything apart from just silently eat.
So we've got 2 large pizzas from Domino's, and I'm going to eat those now, guys. It's the feeding time. Feast. So let's get on with it. Let me just open the dip now, guys. I hope you're all well. Moved on to my YouTube channel now, guys, because it'll be better over here. So here we go, here's the first slice, guys.
And you couldn't find it in your heart to clear out Jim's personal possessions. There were a lot of like strong, honest, mule-headed. Why are you saying that? Jim wasn't murdered. Look, what happened to Harry was horrible. But especially not now.
Okay, face right is done. Next one.
He He also sings a lot, but he's not very good at it, and he argues with trolls and other internet personalities. I first came across Ian when I was making a video about a YouTuber called Callum's Corner, who is an interesting rabbit hole in his own right. So Ian and Callum had an online tiff that started when Callum made a video about Ian and his eating habits.
Easily my most requested video ever on the second channel. I'm going to be taking a little look at Ian Moore, or King Ian Moore 34 to give him his full title.
There they are. They're those share box mini cheese dipper things. So I've got 3 boxes of them. 1, 2, 3. 3 large chips. As you can see, you've got tangy tomato dips there as well. And 2 Celebration McFlurries. And there's my bottle of Coke. Yummy.
It's got 3 share boxes. I mean, a share box is meant to be shared between 2 people.
This started off friendly enough, with Callum slightly making fun of Ian and questioning how he can get so big given that he is a vegetarian. So Ian answered this question and started to brag about how he could out-eat Callum, shaming him and questioning his manhood for not being able to eat 3 packs of McDonald's cheesy bites, 3 fries, 2 ice creams and a bottle of Coke.
So there's not really any beef there. He's just basically stating that, you know, he doesn't understand how you can get big from eating vegetables. Now, clearly I have found a way to do that. I have found a way to get a bigger, as a bigger guy from eating vegetables. That's not the only thing I eat. I eat chocolate, sweets, ice cream. So there is other things, guys. So we're going to move on to the next bit of the video. I'm a real guy and I've got a big appetite and I can eat. Unlike you, Tic Tac, you know, you probably couldn't eat all that, even though by looking at you, you skinny rake, you probably need to eat and build up a bit of weight. Because I've seen more, as I say, I've seen more meat on a chicken skewer. I've even seen more meat in a £1/4 pounder burger than looking at yourself. So yeah, I'm a real man. I'm a king of YouTube now. I will take your position, and yeah. I'd like to see you eat 3 packs of those cheesy bites, 3 chips, 2 McFlurries and a bottle of Coke. I don't think you could do it. It'd be nice if you could do it, but I don't think you can, Tic Tac. I don't think you could ever beat me on that one.
I don't know whether I could eat a McDonald's for 3 people. I think I probably could if I pushed myself, but I wouldn't want to. Who wants to eat that much crap food? It's ridiculous. I mean, greed is not a redeeming feature, Ian. Your thinking is so messed up.
The pair went back and forth with insults until Ian, being a man of music, decided to settle this the old-fashioned way and released a diss track about Callum.
Right, Tic Tac, you asked for this beef. Here it is.
Sadly, this diss track was a bit confusing as he got someone else to record a rap about Callum, and the recording quality made it hard to really understand what was being said.
Callum's not the king. Callum's the Tic Tac. I'm the king, mate. I own England. I will own England all the time. Poor Callum, Tic Tac. You're gone, mate. You're finished, you piece of shit.
Oh,
you are finished, mate. Your followers are coming to me. I will release it later. It won't be what it should be. Should have video footage, but I don't give a
okay, he's referring to his absolutely terrible diss track. Well, it's not his diss track. He's paid some kid to release a diss track on me. It's awful. Didn't even have a music video. The whole thing sounded like it was recorded on iPhone 1. It was just terrible.
Disappointed that his first diss track was poorly received, Ian did another one, but this time performed it himself.
Back to your corner, 'cause that's where you belong. You don't need me,
Eventually, Callum released his own diss track.
I'm an OG Mega Drive. You're obese Mega White. Me fight you, never die. You're type 2, you probably don't.
This song outraged Ian so much that he threatened to visit Callum to physically assault him, then uncontrollably broke into song to mask his murderous rage.
What has Callum done? What hasn't Callum done is what you mean. What hasn't Callum done? Yeah, done a diss track. What I haven't bothered that guy for quite a few months now, and he's still done a diss track on me and wants a response. I'm not giving him a response because I haven't bothered him. I haven't bothered him for a long time. But he can continue putting your dislikes on my page, yeah, and not expect anything from it. You know what I mean? Now, maybe he needs a slap. Maybe he needs a slap. Not a beef. Maybe the king needs to go to Isle of Wight and face him and slap him. Maybe that's what he needs. He needs to be put in his place because I haven't bothered him for a long time. But to carry on means he gets a slap. So, Callum, I'm not one of these people that do clout chase. You know, play little like kindergarten games. You want to do something proper, then I come to the Isle of Wight on the ferry and I'll do it proper. Proper. Okay? You bald-headed piece of shit. I'll do it proper. He's a loser. He's a loser, mate. He shagged his own dog. He shagged his hamster. The guy's weird. He's weird. Can't get a girlfriend. For the love of money. Can't get a girlfriend. Yeah? Should we go on and on? That's he's carrying on. I haven't started on him for a long time, but he's carrying on. Let's give him a little taste of his medicine. You bald-headed piece of shit. Get some hair, mate. You need to get a wig from the NHS. You got no hair on your head. Nothing. What's happened to your hair, mate? You didn't lose it. Clearly, you've it run away from your head. Run away from you, mate. Run away. Just so run away. Oh, run away. Oh, don't run away with you. Oh, Callum, you lost your hair. What a loser you are. Oh, you are a little prick. And I love to smack your face in. Throw him in the sea and drown the bastard. Tic tac, you are a spick spack.
I'm guessing this warning song did the trick, as this is where the online disagreement ends. Ian wasn't just an online shut-in at this point and had a real-world friend called Steve who would take him out and have fun in the real world.
As I say, I'm out enjoying some fresh air with Steve. Steve, say hello.
How you doing, guys?
I am drunk. I love it. Have you got your screen recorders on?
What's so funny? It's nice love.
So Ian had the police called on him all those months earlier for inappropriate communication with the teenage boy. After an investigation, they arrested him but gave him bail with the instructions that he can't use social media, so he took a break from the internet. But he soon returned, and it seems that the police took no action due to Ian proving that the boy had tricked him by showing him a fake passport. This is what he claims, and I can't really find anything to prove or disprove this, but the fact that he's not in prison would seem to support this claim. Ian was now back and meeting up with his fans in real life, partying on live streams and eating food. But sadly, this wasn't a happy return, as a Discord server had been set up dedicated to trolling him and making his life as difficult as possible.
In that Discord, they've been trying to reset my passwords on my banking, my eBay and other things. 13 breaches. 13, guys. 13. Why do you want shitlocks? You look complete a disgrace. You piece of head.
Con, who do you think you are?
How do you feel?
I'm the king, mate. I own the lot of you. I own every single one of you. You live in my head rent free, mate. I've got you right where I want you.
How do you feel your dick pics in
Is that why you joined my Discord, Ian? To ruin you.
Hang on.
It's flat rent free. You literally were living rent free.
Ian, you're not doing much ruining. Wait, Hub, he said that wrong. He said we live in his head rent free. Did you hear that?
Ian was then kicked out of his home due to not paying rent.
I was homeless for tonight due to issues with banking and stuff like that. That will be sorted. So yeah, that will be sorted, guys. There's obviously an error somewhere. I have paid my rent and everything.
I'm not sure if he didn't actually pay rent or if this was some kind of troll by the Discord detractors, but he was now homeless, so went to stay at the Premier Inn where he would get drunk and live stream, loudly playing music, insulting his trolls and eating food.
Enjoy that. Yeah, knock one out. We all know you do that. Yeah, in the Discord. We've seen the messages in the Discord. Yeah, we've seen it. Ben Galley saying, oh, I wish Ian was into women. I'd ride him like a flash. Yeah, sorry, Ben Galley. You've got no chance, mate. No chance in hell. Let's wake up the other people. Sorry. Love ya. Right, guys. I think we're going to have to go to bed, I think. The neighbours are complaining in the next room. They're a bit of rampy-pampy, yeah? So the king has to go next door. We can't play any more songs, I'm afraid. I got told off by the reception. I got told off by them for playing loud music. You naughty, naughty. You got me in trouble. You got me in trouble, you little bastards.
Ian did eventually get his rent problems sorted and moved back to his home. The next thing of note is when he turned 36 and for his birthday he wanted his followers to send him 100 birthday cards. But sadly he didn't seem to understand that most people watching him are not real fans but detractors who are watching a car crash.
Let me tell you the comment in there. To Ian, you fat, ungrateful bastard. People are selfish. Okay. The ones that say they're genuine fans, you're not genuine fans, clearly. Okay, so out of 23,000 followers, we're not even talking 2 digits. Hi guys, hope you're all okay. Just wanted to check in, make sure you're all okay. Still struggling, guys, still struggling. Things seem to be, yeah, getting too much for me. So at the moment, guys, I am taking quite a bit of time away from social media.
Ian returned to the internet and started to blame his drinking habits on him being bullied online. He then started to fall out with his friend Steve, with Steve claiming that Ian asked him to lie about Ian being on state benefits, and Ian claiming that Steve is fat and smells like feces. Ian's address was then leaked, so people started to visit his home and harass him, with one of them stealing his doorbell. It would seem that he got himself a new doorbell as people continued to show up to his house, ring his doorbell and run away. Then Steve's face got leaked to the internet, which Ian was very happy about.
He won't be able to go out now because everyone will be looking for his face. You'll be like me now, Steve, you know, where I can't go out. You'll have that sort of treatment now. You'll find out what it's like to be like a hamster in a cage.
Ian and Steve have an ongoing war, with Steve going to Ian's home to confront him, but Ian not coming out to face him.
Next best, he won't come here, yeah? He's a pussy. He's never come here. He always sends other people here because he's a wimp. Yeah? So no one will be coming here.
Well, no. Where am I now then? Right, guys, all jokes aside, I wasn't going to come here. Despite the 8 months of Ian making threats, raging, telling me to come, many invites he's bestowed upon me, telling me he's going to do this, telling me he's going to do that, because I know he won't open the door. How you doing, Ian? Cool, I thought we cleaned that place, it bloody stinks. Ian, it's your friend Goldman. It's your old mate Goldberg. You've been telling me to come round. I'm outside, I'm on my own. Hello, mate. I'm on my own as you requested. No one here. Hello.
Reports then started to come out of Ian joining video calls with his live stream mods where he would deep throat ice lollies. Some other things of note in this story are that Ian reacts to his trolls a lot and gets very angry with them.
I say when you have a drink, you fucking dehydrate for all I care, you. You're not allowed to drink until I say. You can drink your own piss for all I care. You're not having a fucking drink, you cunt. I spat in your coffee and I pissed in it. And where we come to this, we get this situation where people are jealous of the king. They're jealous of me. Let me just put my crown on, Kate. Hang on. Let me put my crown on because I am the king. Okay? I am the king to my fans. Okay? So I'll just put my crown on to show authority.
He once claimed that he had the money to be able to deport someone to a country where they would be castrated. The man that he wanted to deport was called Colin, so I'm guessing he was English. He has a strange habit of making odd noises, I guess is what this would be called. I'm honestly not too sure what the word for this is.
For you silly boy! Especially when I've been round there, mate. The king's Savoy. Of course, she loves it.
On one live stream, he got drunk and started to cry about all of the boys that have broken his heart. He then confessed to falling in love with a 16-year-old who turned trans to escape him.
I am the king. I deserve the palace, okay? Not some grotty little flat. I deserve the palace. Buckingham Palace. Not some grotty little flat. So all the boyfriends I've been with have been, what, 2-year relationships? So yeah, they have affected me. No, I don't choose to cry over that, but I still remember them. But it's not nice. It's not nice at all, guys. It really isn't. And people won't understand that. They won't understand that at all. How much that hurts you. He pretended he loved me. And we spoke for 1.5 years and he lied to me and said he was 18. He was 16 at the time, guys. And when we were due to meet, he was 18 and a half. Or 17. He was 18 and a half when we were due to meet. And that broke my heart when he said to me he was going to turn into a girl. I'm going to tell you now, I don't give a shit. He said he was going to turn into a girl. Now, he's not turned into a girl at all. I think that was a cover-up to get away from me.
On this live stream, he confirms that he has been single for 7 years, but is fine with this, as if he gets horny, he can sort it out himself. These are his words. He says that he gets lots of offers but turns them all down as he is happy with his single life. This stream then descends into him telling his viewers all of the adult things that he would like to do to them in very graphic ways. One of these viewers that he was flirting with then tells him that he is coming over for a fun time, so Ian goes outside to meet him and gets out of breath walking to his front door.
Right, can you see me, guys, yeah? Let's have a little look, see if Lewis is out there. Bet 100% he's not out there. You feel yeah. I can see you, Ian. Of course you can. If you were up for it, mate, you'd have come up here. Obviously, you're too chicken. It's the problem with a lot of you guys. You're full of shit. got no... You're too scared. You look like a Tesco. You look like a Tesco checkout manager. I'm not. I don't work for any retail manager.
So let's move on to our next interesting character. The armed liberal is a little known internet personality who, as his name suggests, is armed and a liberal, but of course he has other interesting characteristics, which is why he's made it onto this list, like his intro.
A doopa dappa doopa dappa, oh oh. 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 A doopa dappa doopa dappa doopa dappa doo. A doopa dappa doopa dappa doopa dappa doo. A doopa dappa doopa dappa doopa dappa doo. A loopa dappa deepa dappa, oh oh. A loopa dappa deepa dappa, oh oh. A loopa dappa deepa dappa, oh oh. A doopa dappa doopa dappa, oh oh. A doopa dappa doopa dappa, oh oh. Hail Satan! Hail Satan! A doopa dappa doopa dappa, oh oh, it's me, yeah, the armed liberal. Hail Satan! Oh, a doopa dappa dappa, yo, it's the armed liberal. What it is, who it is, you know who it is, and if you don't know, now you do know. It's the armed liberal.
So most of the information on the armed liberal comes from a YouTube channel called Adonis Paul, as the armed liberal's channel is sadly no longer on YouTube. Mr. Liberal is a middle-aged man in large amounts of debt who lives in his mother's trailer and films most of his videos in the toilet of that trailer. As you may have noticed from his intro, he wears a mask, howls Satan a lot and really likes guns. His content started off with him mocking the Proud Boys and Trump supporters. He really doesn't like Trump supporters. He once mocked one of them that had died and pretended to make hamburgers out of his flesh.
See this stupid sucker named fuensalida Tiny Two East, some young dumb stupid Pacific Islander guy shot himself in the leg, and this is the meat that came after.
The armed liberal was an aspiring rapper who goes by the name of the Devastator, but spelt with a Y, so I guess it's the Devastator. Anyway, his music isn't the worst thing I've ever heard, but it's not really my cup of tea.
Oh, what you know about the hoe? Not your baby mama, but that is true though. I'm talking about the state Idaho, a place in USA that many say they don't know.
It seems that his biggest hit was a song called The Velvet Villain. He also sings a song about how to summon the liberal Satan, which is him just repeating the words, how to summon the liberal Satan, how to summon the liberal Lucifer, over and over and over again. He has also made a song that he claims is the Antifa anthem, which is titled Go Crazial, this word being a mix of the word crazy and radical. In this song he claims to set fire to things like a fire Pokemon and encourages the listener to go crazial a lot. So that's his music, make your own mind up on that I guess. He is also a member of Antifa, I think, or at least he asks his viewers to go on Antifa tryouts.
I'm telling you, Antifa tryouts, all you gotta do is be a patriot and be able to spot a communist wearing camo.
Like so many of the people on this iceberg, he is a big fan of anime and cartoons, with some of his favourite shows being Dragon Ball Z, Gundam and Transformers. He really likes the Transformers show on Netflix and claims to have cried when Moonracer died while searching for the Allspark. Heartbreaking stuff. He is also seemingly attracted to female Transformers. He also has a strange relationship with religion, with him being baptized as a Mormon and a Methodist, but he is now an atheist and maybe a Satanist. But Christianity still seems to have a hold over him, as he talks about it a lot and he's always trying to trigger Christians by doing things like shooting the Bible.
Yep, that's right, I bought myself a Bible. What am I gonna use it for? Target practice.
It's honestly hard to know what he believes, as he mostly seems to want to annoy right-wing Americans, but at the same time is pretty patriotic in his own way.
Even though things can get crazy, hazy, or sad, I am proud to live in this country.
He He does believe that the USA should have open borders and thinks that America should welcome 1 billion new people. His biggest hit on his YouTube channel was him making short videos just showing off things that he owns, like Pokemon cards, a gardening scythe, an axe, a revolver, and so on. I'll end this one with one of his freestyle raps.
A doopa dappa doopa dappa, oh oh. 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 This is me. A doopa dappa doopa dappa, that's me. A doopa dappa dappa. A doopa dappa. I'm high as a kite and I might talk about something that a lot of people don't like. So I guess let me get on the mic. I got a gun in my left and a bong in my right. Oh, it's the armed liberal, and I'm here to talk about stuff you know. And I love to piss off all the Trump supporters and all the Christian reporters. I don't give a fuck about you at all. Keep your thoughts and prayers at home. That marijuana I smoked prior to this recording button is a little powerful.
Next up, we'll be meeting a man of many talents. Mormo Zine is someone I stumbled across many months ago while researching the mini Manson video, and planned to make a standalone video about him, but I never got around to it. He claims to have manic episodes and one day had a drug-induced nervous breakdown, which is why he moved away from the big city and returned to his small town family home. Due to this breakdown, he needed a way to make money, so started to sell things on eBay, which in turn gave him the bug for making money online. A passion that he has indulged ever since. His main channel is where most of his content can be found, and on this channel he describes himself as a LoLcow. This channel is a mishmash of every impulse that Mormo Zine has had, from movie reviews to mushroom energy drink reviews.
It's called Odyssey Mushroom Elixir, Sparkling Mushroom Elixir, and this is my second energy drink today. I hate to drink 2 energy drinks in one day, but I saw this at the head shop and just had to try it. It has a really odd taste. It's not bad, and I drink it again. I want to see if I get mental clarity and focus and all that.
From tips to train wild horses to witchcraft for gays.
Hello to all gay people out there. I'm Mormo, and I want to tell you that you don't have to be an atheist or a skeptic. Witchcraft is a spiritual path that doesn't discriminate against sexual preference or anything else. I published a little ebook called Witchcraft for Gays that can get you started.
From breaking down the differences between goths and emos to food reviews.
Okay, friends, so here I am. I cooked the shrimp. It was like oven temperature 450, and I cooked them for 12 minutes, and I put them on aluminum foil so that the pan would stay clean. They're very good. This popcorn shrimp is so good. I probably should have put some ketchup to dip it in. That would have been real good too. I'm just gonna finish off the shrimp. Then I'll have some watermelon. Sometimes you can get them on sale when they're about to go bad, and I usually get them then, but I just had a taste for watermelon.
Mormo's channel has something for everyone, no matter what you're into. Being a true jack of all trades, his most viewed video is a documentary about prospecting. This video was a big hit for him, getting 1.4 million views, with his second most viewed video getting only 9,000 views. This video is him giving tips on how to use AI. On an unrelated note, he really likes beans.
Hello, friend. I'm here live on Facebook
Just eating some beans, I got some red beans here. Hi, Dean Miller, I'm just over here eating beans. I've seen it. Two people talking on the same screen, eating some beans, I got some red beans here. I got a text message. Hey dude, what's up? I'm just over here eating beans, eating beans straight out of the can.
There is also whatever this is.
Here at Mormo International, we love our fans. They are the most intelligent, passionate, and fiercely independent individuals on this planet. That's why we strive to bring them the very best of underground entertainment in movies, music, magic, and zines. We realize that concepts like making a profit and breaking even are old-fashioned. That's why you will receive our products for little to no charge. So join Mormo on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and always remember,
ours the magic, ours the power.
So this leads us on nicely to another one of his channels called Fart and Get Rich. This channel is all about him making money online and giving tips for others to get rich. Now you may be thinking that he doesn't seem like the best person to take get rich quick advice from, but let's give him a chance and see what this channel has to offer.
Hello, friend Mormo here, the horror host who loves to learn and loves to make money online and loves to try new things. And the last video I made, which was a video for something called Pick Ads, and it didn't perform very good at all, but while I was filming it, I had a little breakdown and went into a manic episode, and so I was like wide awake, like thinking I'm having genius ideas and stuff, and wanting to buy stuff and planning out my future career and everything, and just like ultra wide awake.
Okay, I'm still not convinced. Let's hear from some people that have used his services.
Hey guys, and welcome to Horror Marketing. Do you want to learn how to get in the business? Here's a little training video that a good friend of mine, Mormo Zine, helped me get into the business of making videos for money. I highly recommend you checking out this program, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
And I joined Old Curly Jaw's network last night, and he, for $20 a month, he's gonna make a feature-length video for me. And is that a good deal or what? Then I can turn around and sell it. I won't sell rights to it, but I'll sell it for personal use, and I can sell it for the rest of my life, basically.
You can really learn from this person. Like I made money, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars from listening to Mormo, making my content for purchase, making feature-length videos. It really helps you at the end of the day to make money online.
If you're still not sold on this idea, then he does give a cool little tip of just putting affiliate links in the descriptions of your videos and you're in business. And I think that this is mostly his business model, just like King Cobra and his tactical soap. I guess he earns a few dollars here and there from the products that he talks about, but how much money he makes is questionable as he only gets a few hundred views. And if I just stumbled across him talking about how to use AI, I'm not sure I would consider him a trusted source of information.
Hello, friend, it's Mormo, the horror host who loves to learn and loves to make money online. And today we're looking at a software called Deep Swap, which is a video software. But real quick, I want to tell you that I got a link to 3 free alternatives that cost nothing, and they're great courses. They're what turned me from buying to actually making commissions and earning money instead of losing money. These courses taught me that. Quick, simple, and high definition. Reface multiple faces. I think this is a great product. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm not going to buy it and test it.
He also has his own website where he offers to sell you all of his secrets for the low price of $15. So if you're looking to make money online, now you know where to go. In an odd crossover, he seems to be friends with King Cobra JFS.
Right now I'm drinking on some Nikolai vodka that I just polished off, and it's mixed with Mountain Dew Voltage. But I do have more alcohol. I got some Old Crow.
Nice.
And a 12-pack of Voodoo Ranger, man.
Oh, that stuff is so good.
You gotta try the mango one, it's the best.
I'm drinking a Ghost Orange and Cream mixed with a Bush Light Peach.
How you liking that Bush Peach, man?
I haven't tried it yet. I'm trying to drink combo first.
Yes. Potions class is in session.
For sure.
Yes, on Jeffrey Epstein's grave.
Man, I can't wait to hear your new album, Cobra. How's it coming along?
It's coming good, man. I got 2 more songs to finish.
How delightful. We'll finish this one off by looking at his clown collection.
Here's the first clown. If it'll focus. There we go. There's my cat, Mavis. She wants to be in the video too. But, here's this clown. Looks like he's holding a little umbrella or something. Are pretty similar. This guy looks almost like a hillbilly clown because he's got his overalls on. And there's like a little toy or something, and he's got a party hat on. Second favorite clown that I got today. It's a laying down clown. This clown. And he's wearing a vest and a tie. He doesn't have a jacket. And here's the last clown. He's playing the saxophone. And up here I got the headless clown. Because what happened is this piece of furniture fell over in a storm or something. And I walked back here and that clown was on the floor with his head shattered. But I still keep him around. I still love him even though he doesn't have a head.
Next up, we're taking a trip to Germany and meeting a man named Mimon Baraka. Due to everything about him being in German and me not speaking German, it's a little difficult for me to fully grasp this story, as I'm working from translations that miss things like sarcasm and sometimes mistranslates things. But this is the best that I could do. Another thing that makes it hard is that Mimon is a bit all over the place, talking about crazy things in ways that are hard to understand. He is very into conspiracy theories and thinks that Satanism is all around him. He also thinks that he is possessed by some kind of jinn or Middle Eastern spirit, and that the Freemasons are casting spells to control the world, so he is on a mission to bring them down. I've seen reports that he suffers from paranoid schizophrenia, which does sound correct as far as I can tell. He soon attracted trolls who told him that they were part of the New World Order and had their headquarters in the same small village that Dragonlord lives in. Mimon is very combative and threatens his online detractors a lot, often telling them that he will do all kinds of graphic, horrible things if he ever gets his hands on them. One time he got his mother to appear in a video and demand that the trolls leave him alone. He then asked the trolls to give him a break as his mother was sick, and then he threatened them. The trolls didn't leave him alone. As I said before, he makes really violent threats a lot, so one time the police visited him and made him take down some of his videos. I have no idea for the context of this, but sometimes he calls himself the Pea Pusher, like he will start a video saying, "Hello, it's the Pea Pusher here." I'm guessing that trolls have tricked him into saying this, but I'm not sure. The trolling was all getting a bit too much for him, so he started to claim to be in contact with the media and people in politics, who he was telling his story to, and soon they will expose the horrors to the world. But this never happened, so I'm guessing that these were just trolls again. So I'm going to be talking about trolls a lot in this one, as they seem to be the main thing in the story, or at least this is the case for someone who can't speak German. So let's look at some of the things that trolls get up to. Mimon is half German and half Moroccan and gets very upset and angry when anyone calls him Moroccan, so as you can guess, this happens a lot. Trolls found out his phone number and call him day and night. They also found out where he lives and leave notes on his door to play into his delusions. Some of these letters threaten him with very bad things if he doesn't say certain words in his videos, so maybe this is where the Pea Pusher thing comes from. Trolls changed Google Maps to show his name as a mosque, then gave the mosque bad reviews. They order fast food to his home a lot and ring his doorbell at night. They did a drive-by shooting on his home home, smashing his window. I'm unsure if this was a real gun or a pellet gun. They removed his doorbell system, which resulted in €5,000 worth of damage and nearly got him kicked out of his home. They extorted another person that they were harassing to eat his own bodily waste, then send some of it to Mimon's mother. They film him outside of his home and also make false police reports about him. A weird thing that I noticed while researching this is there are lots of fake movie trailers about him. I'm not sure why this is the case, but I'm guessing this is some kind of in-joke for people that follow him. He's not the most mentally stable person at the best of times, so all this harassment tips him over the edge and very quickly he goes off threatening extreme acts of violence, then goes back to talking normal again as if nothing has happened. He blames the satanic sect and the New World Order for the fact that he doesn't have a wife and kids, and also blames them for his elderly mother's death. At his wit's end, he started to blame YouTube for all of the trolling that he was getting, so threatened to blow up YouTube's headquarters in America unless they shut down YouTube in Germany. Then he demanded that they ban the Muslim New World Order channels or he will speak to his contact in America to attack Uber's headquarters. I'm not sure if this is a mistranslation for YouTube, but it said Uber for some reason. By the looks of it, some people have tried to help him and advised him to stop using YouTube, but he threatened to sue them. The last thing that I could find was that he has been taken to a psychiatric hospital or some kind of assisted care home. So here we are at the bottom of the iceberg. Tier 7, the place where the unknown shadows of the internet can be found. First up we have Wild Man Chris, a fascinating person with a long and confusing internet footprint, whose full story is yet to be discovered. I've already made a members and Patreon video on him, so check that out for a full breakdown on what I found. Chris has many channels spread across YouTube dating back to his younger days, and these track the strange changes that he has undergone over his life. We'll start with the oldest channels that I found. So on these channels he would document his mission to get shot by gang members. He would try to achieve this goal by riding around the black ghettos of the city that he lives in and provoking them into taking action against him. Some of the things that he would do are ride around the ghettos at night time singing songs inviting the gangsters to shoot him.
I'm singing a song. When you're ready, come and kill me. Nah, 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 nah. When you're ready, come and shoot me. When you're ready, come and shoot me. Pow! When you're ready, come and shoot me. Nah, 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 nah.
He would also go around causing mischief like smashing windows and smashing bottles in the street for no reason.
You know what? It's time to rock and roll tonight. Yeah.
You see this?
You see?
You see this?
Yes, this. And this one. And that one.
And one of Chris's favourite things to do was to stand in the hood showing off his money in the hopes that someone would try and rob him.
You sis! Here I am. In the middle of the hood. Hey, man. Why can't I get it for $20? Showing off a $20 bill. I don't know. If they kill me and rob me, if I'm not a good looking guy, if I can't get rid of this gut, I don't want to live. So, see this? You sis! Buy a $20 bill. Hey! Yes. All I got is for the 20. I use one of the props for my video thing. Alright, man, be safe. Peace out. Everybody in the hood, I got a $20 bill. Who wants to come put me out of misery? But I got one thing to ask. I also got one thing. Pepper spray. You see this? You sis! Pepper spray. So I hope somebody tries to rob me.
Sadly for Chris, it seems that he is a bit of a local character and most people in the hood know that he is one bullet short of a drive-by, so they are generally pretty nice and friendly to him. The reason that Chris is so intent on ending it all is that Chris feels that he is not good looking, and that if he can't be good looking then there is no point in living. Him being unhappy about the way that he looks is a big through line in his story, and as he has grown older this has only become worse, with him longing for a hair transplant and to reverse the aging process, so that he can become a good-looking 20-year-old again.
And this is why I wish it was possible for genetic engineering to actually change my DNA. This is why I'd rather grow a cocoon around me and undergo a metamorphosis like you're about to see, and come out with longer arms, the hot looks, the whole head full of hair, everything I want. And it would be the real me. If we took a cell from this new me and cloned it, it would come out the real me.
Another big part of his story is that he really likes to measure his arms against random women that he meets. Seemingly the forearms are his favourite. There are many videos online of him doing this, dating back many years, and again it seems like he is a bit of a local character, so most of the women involved seem happy to play along.
Alright, you got it.
Alright. Hold on. Yeah, hold it straight. Don't bend it.
Yeah, you have short arms like me. Yeah, my arms are short. Flex it out.
Yeah. Try this on, then go. Thank you. We get the 2 ways to ready. Go. Holy shit. Hand to hand. Chris, gets mad. No. Oh no, it's my, yeah, I think my elbows going. Try the other arm, switch sides. Sit. If it's weird you out, I'm sorry. No, okay. Okay. Try that hand to hand. Then press. Now push. See if you're strong. Come on. No, okay. Good push.
His fascination with arms came when he was in the 7th grade and he would daydream about a woman being able to outrun him. As Chris was very good at running at the time, while daydreaming he would picture the woman's arms moving as she ran, and over time this turned into him liking arms. I think he also links his arm length with how good looking he is. So if he has longer arms then this is a tick in the good looking box. He also really likes arm wrestling these women to see if he can beat them, and for some reason the videos of him arm wrestling black women get the most views and are a relatively big hit for him. He also likes to touch people's heads. I don't know why this happens, but it's a thing that happens.
Hello, there you go. Take 1. Take 2 means you're cute. Thank you. You're just so adorable. I just gotta keep touching your head.
Are you eating?
I'd like to. Can I, without getting you in trouble?
Okay, what do we do? They're cute, adorable. Touch. Oh, she's adorable. Tell me she's cute. Those Mexican muchachos are so adorable. I just gotta touch their head.
Chris used to hang out at a laundromat, touching people's heads and not doing any washing. I'm sure we all did this in our younger days. Then the evil owner of the laundromat kicked him out and told him not to come back. But Chris is a free spirit who refuses to be bound by the rules of man. So he went back to the laundromat to assert his dominance.
Do you see me wearing a mask?
Out of my damn laundromat. Get the hell out. Before the police pick you up and they sitting over there. Get the out. You ain't got no business in my laundromat.
Okay, toothless woman.
You ain't got no business in here.
Chris has an on-off relationship with the local businesses and has arguments with members of staff a lot, and sometimes films himself urinating on the floors of their toilets as an act of revenge. He also randomly appeared on MTV once.
Well, I ain't never seen nothing this crazy like this dude in North Carolina.
Hello, you mother. You want to fight? Someone asked me, what the am I doing to get these triceps? I exercise twice a week for 15 minutes total.
Is that 2 7.5-minute workouts a week? Is that the math on that? Yeah. I wonder if it has any results. Let's keep it going. He might get some results from this.
Let's see if my exercise been paying off.
Shredded. Absolutely.
Want to fight?
People say you don't want to go camping in the woods because there's bears. Bears. I'm scared of that guy.
I bet they will whoop y'all asses out, y'all.
I love how he caught the fly, though. He caught the fly? He was thinking fishing.
Chris is a Christian but has a very unusual relationship with God, who he blames for making him old and not good looking. He once went to war with God by throwing rubbish around someone's garden and claiming that the war will only stop once God gives him a hair transplant. It's unclear who the winner of this holy war was, but I don't think that Chris has had a hair transplant yet. In many ways, Chris is a true soldier of God and spends a lot of his time debunking atheists on the internet. He does this by making videos pointing out all their mistakes.
I know of no example beyond that of subatomic particles blinking in and out of existence in quantum fluctuations. However,
Okay. Onra. Here's what perplexes me. The first law of thermodynamics. God damn it. The first law of thermodynamics. God damn it. The first law of thermodynamics says matter and energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So when you say quantum fluctuations, subatomic particles coming in and out of existence, where do they go? Where do they come from? I thought matter and energy can neither be created nor destroyed.
He also calls into live shows hosted by atheists to debate them, and has done this so much to one of them that they blocked him from calling in the show anymore. Some other things of note are that he really hates Cyrax and claims that he has short arms.
You ever meet one of those guys, something about him makes you just hate him right from the start? There he is. Cyrax. He is everything I do not want to be. So I hate him. I could be the You think you can handle this, Cyrax? I got my muscles ready to bust you up.
He really likes a frozen yogurt treat called Yasso.
You know what time it is? It ain't meal time. It ain't even tea time. It's Yasso time. Gotta eat my most favorite yogurt ice cream in the world, Greek yogurt, Yasso. I ain't woke. I ain't trans. I'm just a red-blooded American male who wants to work advertising for Yasso. Because these are the best damn ice cream Greek yogurts and ice creams in the world. Yasso. Hey. Fudge brownie. My damn favorite. I wish I could eat 2 or 3 of these a day. But Mama said 1 Yasso bar a day. Because if I run out, that's just tough luck. What's this? No, not these. Yasso. Best damn ice cream in the world. Yasso.
Chris has many channels, and I'm sure that there are many more to find on the internet for those who want to lose themselves down a weird rabbit hole.
Look how nasty this floor is. Got cornstarch all over the goddamn floor. I use that to treat my motherfucking goddamn jackets because that shit is a bitch. Look at this tiny ass shit. I mean, this place is a fucking hellhole. There's Dora the Explorer. Let me touch her head.
So let's move on to another strange story that is reminiscent of a found footage horror movie. Masao is someone that I've already made a full video about, so go and check that out for a full breakdown. But he is best known for his cooking videos. I have put him down at the bottom of the iceberg due to the mysterious nature of his online persona. His cooking videos include an odd combination of ingredients and lack of basic knowledge, which all adds up to some strange situations. His first video was titled Cooking Hot Dogs and Peaches, in which he tries to cook a hot dog using a candle, then setting fire to some paper to cook the hot dog. He then washes the hot dog with soap. Then while making a hot dog and peach drink, he sets fire to some rubbish in his kitchen. After the fire is put out, he tries the hot dog and peach drink.
Okay, so well, you still have the sausage and peach juice here, which can make a good drink. I don't know if I can taste this. I don't know if it's gonna be. Oh, what a smell! Okay, we're gonna forget about the. Damn, man! I shouldn't have done that. Okay, guys, don't mix sausages with peaches.
One of his more well-known videos is where he cooks an omelette for Barack Obama and mistakes the egg whites for the egg shells.
So first you need to clean the little things here because there's still some of the really weird like gooey stuff in there. So you have to take it away completely or else it's not going to come right, you know, so they have to be really free of all the gooey stuff. Okay. Well, open. What's supposed to happen? You see the hard part of the egg white, okay? It's supposed to become like soft, you see? So you have this little, see this part? It's soft. It became soft because, but the whole thing is that the problem is that not the whole thing becomes soft. It's only like some parts of it that, you know, it's supposed to, the whole thing is supposed to become, you know, soft. You see, you got a little bit of soft here and then, but there's a hard part that's still attached. So you gotta do it better. I'm not sure exactly how to do it. I heard that if you put some lemon, you know, around, it's going to like acidify the stuff. But ideally, it should become like a cream or something, you know. So, all right, let's put this stuff back in. All right, so we can prepare the mixture while the stuff is. There's a bit too much smoke here. Wait a minute, I'm gonna put this stuff back here. Okay. Alright. I need a spoon to, Whoa, what the f***? Holy what in the world is this? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I'm gonna shut the TV off now. What in the world is this? Oh! Holy ah! How the f is this happening? Oh! Whoa. Holy Whoa. What the? Ah, man, I burnt my finger. Oh, man.
One of the main problems that he has while cooking is that his house is a mess, which makes it very difficult to cook anything without setting something on fire. All this filth just adds to the horror movie aesthetic and makes the food that he is making all the more off-putting. He did one day decide to clean his home, but due to the fumes coming from the rubbish, he used a gas mask to tidy it up.
As I say, and not as I do. Please, do not let your house become like this. I'm warning you. Please, be careful. This can be very dangerous for your house. You must be careful. You must clean up your house every day. You must wash your clothes. You must clean your dishes. You cannot allow your house to become like this, or you will become like me. Be careful.
He also has a website where he has strange short stories that he has written that mostly involve incest and AIDS bracelets.
And the next thing is a peach. I think I have some here that have been lying around for a couple of weeks. Alright. Oh yeah, don't worry about the white stuff you see there. It's just like, it doesn't mean anything because, you know, when things get older, okay, there are white things that appear on them. It's a perfectly natural process. So capitalism wants you to believe that if you see this white stuff, it means that it's bad and you have to buy some new breeches. But in reality, it's just that, you know, it's a natural part of life. You know, when old people, you know, get older, they get white hair. And, you know, an old man is, you know, able to speak just as much as a young man, you know. So an old peach is just as good as a young peach. So we're going to put this in there. And so we got peach, a banana, 2 oranges, and we need some milk. Wait a minute. I think I have some milk here. It's almost empty, though. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, well, we don't have enough milk. Because if we don't have any milk anymore, we can use some sambuca. Sorry for the little pause there. My camera's battery's died out. So I'm going to have some sambuca. We can always replace milk with sambuca. Wait a minute. It's tough to open this with one hand. Okay, got it.
So here we are on the final person of this iceberg, a shadowy figure only talked about in hushed whispers when no one is looking. Well, that and also an in-depth 3-part documentary laying out all of the details of his life. Lewis B. Finley, otherwise known as Morgar, is a very hard person to research as he has left very little imprint on the internet. The only thing I could find was a series about him on a channel called Porcelain, so check that out for a detailed breakdown, but that's literally the only source of information I could find. I have also found his Twitch account and Discord, but these hold very little, so I'm guessing all of the old content has been wiped from the history of the internet, or maybe there are other accounts that I just can't find. His story starts in his younger years when he had a best friend who is his cousin. As the pair grew older, Lewis thought that his cousin fell in love with him, and Lewis wasn't interested in this incestuous relationship, so the pair drifted apart. Sadly, his cousin would later die in a car crash, with Lewis now regretting what he thought was a misunderstanding on his part about his cousin's intentions for him. While at school, he would sit and call himself the N-word in his mind for hours and hours, becoming obsessed with this pursuit, which led him to becoming withdrawn and put onto medication. He was then diagnosed with OCD and put into a boarding school for troubled children, where he assaulted a member of staff and was put on probation for a year. He was then diagnosed with bipolar disorder and put on more medication, which made him gain weight and gave him male breasts. These male breasts would sadly stick around after he lost weight, so he was forced to have surgery to remove them. This obviously affected his self-esteem, making him feel like less of a man, and only served to accelerate his already fragile mental state. So after a stay at a mental hospital, he was diagnosed with autism. Now a young man, he was very frustrated with his lack of female attention, so decided decided to lose his virginity by hiring an escort, but sadly the escort took his money and never fulfilled her side of the bargain, instead telling Lewis that paying for it was illegal, which Lewis accepted. He then started to interact with a lady online who told him that she was a masochist who likes role-playing. So in an attempt to woo her, Lewis sent her a threatening photo of himself holding a revolver with the text, "I've got a bullet with your name on it." He then flew out to her home city to see her, but instead of meeting up with his new love, he was arrested and sent to jail for 6 months. Lewis was then released and told not to contact this woman, but messaged her again on Discord, so was jailed for another 3 months. When asked about his time in jail, he would compare himself to Solid Snake from the game Metal Gear Solid, and retell scenes from this game as if it were him. He then started to talk to a goth girl named Ren online, and started to send her money. He also made a little doll of her which he made love to. Sadly, this relationship didn't work out, but Ren would last in his memories over the years. Lewis was now spending most of his time in his parents' basement, where he pleasured himself regularly and watched anime. He really likes Dragon Ball Z. So Lewis has a dream of joining the UFC, and a large amount of his time has been focused on training to become the perfect fighter. To achieve this goal, he trains using an old anime body pillow, which he used to have intercourse with. This has been wrapped in tape to increase its durability and allows Lewis to practice his unusual martial arts styles while listening to music and wearing strange costumes. Lewis has an alternative persona called Lord Morgar, who is the assertive side of him. To become Lord Morgar, he dons a mask and becomes a more dominant version of himself. So if you see him wearing a mask, then just know that's what's going on. He also likes to train using homemade weapons, which include a garden trowel tied to a piece of rope. Plus he has other weapons like swords and a gardening scythe that is broken in the middle and held together with tape.
Feel my justice, you pigs! You're rice! You're not even animals, you're rice!
He then took this training to the real world, practicing day and night, rain or shine. He would show us his running skills, show us his skills with weapons, and even took his body pillow out into the real world.
I decided to turn Super Saiyan for training today. I'm kick-ass, I'm edgy, I have martial arts and eye lasers, and I'm from the future. Because I am the only being to fear out here. I am Trunks, future warrior, Super Saiyan, annihilator of evil, and possibly even annihilator of good. So because I'm such a powerful type of just, if anybody wanted my autograph, they know to wait at home. What I'm going to do is I'm going to a little sprint here just to make this faster alone. Only faster. Thanks, Chrissy.
He then started to practice his shooting skills by getting 2 CO2-powered BB guns, which he would shoot in the basement. He brought a doll of a baby for target practice, but being the kind-hearted man that he is, he couldn't bring himself to shoot it. So instead he turned it into a homemade weapon and started to hit things with it. He also started to play with Barbie toys, with him seemingly really liking Barbie cars. Flipping back to his more manly side, he grew claws to help him in self-defense situations and started to draw camouflage on his body with a green marker pen to help him stay hidden from any would-be attackers. As you may have guessed, Lewis is really into anime and all things Japanese. This obsession led him to believe that he was in fact living on a small Japanese island, and that he had a real-life wife that could turn into a raven and also had some kids. The next thing of note is when he was contacted by his probation officer in a routine checkup, which Lewis took as some kind of threat, so went on a mission to gather a posse to protect himself.
Yeah, some group says they're from California that claim to be police and are accusing me of stalking some woman I don't even know. Listen, man, so whoever the hell it is, they claim to be from California or something. They keep barking up this chick end of a bad creek, and I tried to warn them. I tried to use my ID, my jurisdiction to inform them that they're doing a bad thing, but they didn't get the hint. So I can figure out how to pay everyone later, but I'm asking if we can form a posse for a little while. I just personally want some protection. I mean, essentially. I mean, can I get a solid answer? Please, I'm asking you. I'm at wit's end.
As you can probably tell at this point, Lewis has a loose grip on reality, with his mental state fluctuating from one day to the next. So when he was informed that his state benefits were going to be cut by the government, he started to think that he was in the army and demanded that his father pay him for the time served so that he can support his family.
Are you going to pay me my military money that I earned from... You don't know what I'm talking about. Well, here is my rank on my hat. Here is my ID. So you're not going to pay me what I have been paid, and you expect me to continue to trade under $1,000 between what I have found on the ground with my wife for a living. Is that what you are saying? Am I comprehending you correctly, Dad?
I guess.
That's what you're saying.
I don't know. What do you want me to do? I don't...
Will you pay me the money I got from the military, from my job?
$1,000?
I don't know, because you are that stingy. Then I will tell you what I'm talking about. I am recording this. It is live. I will send it to everybody, unless you take out your wallet and give me my money that I earned so I may support my family. Those are your options. Now, I am hungry. I have a family.
You don't have any money? You don't have any money in the bank?
It is in your name for some reason.
No, it isn't. You're Cap 1. You should have money in there.
Has $800 that I trade with my wife every single month, and have been doing so for years.
You need money for food, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
What do you need?
My money that is in your bank account.
Can I give you $20?
No, you can give me all of my money that I
I
earn.
don't know what you're talking about, earning.
Currency, dollars.
Yeah, Lewis.
So this is the way out you've chosen. So I could share this on the internet so people can see that you are a piece of a father who has been doing this for way too long, instead of you deciding to stop picking this battle with me and paying me the money that I earned to get to the rank of captain, colonel, chaplain, because I am religious, of the United States Army, as well as getting a Special Forces ID.
Are you taking your bike or what?
I'm saving this and I'm uploading it to the internet. I've also already called people for protection in case you decide that you want protection, because I simply asked for what I have earned. You have comprehended. You are dismissed.
As if to blur the lines of reality even further, Lewis spends a lot of his time playing a game called Second Life, which is a free-roaming role-playing game in which his avatar is a slender black man with a mohawk haircut smoking a long thin pipe. In this game, Lewis works as a bouncer at a strip club. This game is like another life for him, where he can take part in some of the more normal things that he is excluded from in the real world. His real life followers were curious what he got up to in this secret second life, so one of them started to spy on him using a foolproof disguise. Then more of his followers would join the game and embarrass him in front of his Second Life friends.
Alright, I'm downloading Second Life.
Alright, where are you guys
damn
at?
it! God
You
damn
do
it! Y'all
something
make me
to
download this game.
What's your location so I can show up?
Son of a bitch. Alright, Second
Is screeching like a pterodactyl.
Back in the real world, sadly his training would take a backseat when he cut his body pillow in half and was unable to use it anymore. Luckily for Lewis, one of his fans did send him a new one that had adult anime images on it, but Lewis just decided to make love to it instead, so at least he's still getting some exercise, I guess. He then convinced himself that he was an 8-foot tall Japanese teenager, so started to eat more food to keep his new 8-foot frame fit and fighting ready. This would mean him eating 5 large meals a day. The next thing of note is when he started to shoot squirrels and birds using his BB gun and decapitated a snake with his sword. Then when he got bored of exterminating the little critters around his home, he started to think that his mother was actually his wife, who had been put under an aging curse, so in order to lift this curse, he brought his mother some suggestive clothing, including knee-high boots, black lace underwear and stockings. He hoped that this would make her young again so they could continue to be husband and wife.
Whoa, this is a garter.
That might have turned out like
Something by mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Sorry.
No, this is more lingerie.
Oh, well, I thought that was meaning more like a normal underwear side. She looked a little bit younger to me. Her hands and face look a little younger, but she's still kind of looks 50. Maybe after she tries that stuff on, it'll work. She's gone from looking like 70 to 50, but she hasn't put those clothes on yet. You know, maybe they'll fix everything.
Lewis then made the mistake of giving out his phone number on a live stream, leading to trolls calling him a lot and him snapping his phone with his bare hands. He then started to forget who his mother and father were, getting angry that he was forced to live with strange elderly people who knew everything about him. Over time, he started to think that his father was actually one of his online friends called Sean, who had moved in with him, so he started to call his dad Sean. Lewis's delusions were starting to get a bit out of hand, with his parents taking the full brunt of his unusual fantasies. His father likes to sit directly upstairs from Lewis watching CNN News loudly, which was starting to get on Lewis's nerves, so he began stabbing the ceiling of his basement in the hopes that he would stab his father's foot. Then after watching Dragon Ball Z, he started to think that his parents were robots from this TV show. Lewis was pretty unhappy with the fact that he was now living with robots, so started to make plans to get rid of these mechanical interlopers. He started to talk with his followers about the best way to dispatch these robot parents, then donned his morgar mask to carry out his plan.
What's happened?
Oh, so there's 2 robots upstairs who look like a mom and dad, and they bug the shit out of me, and they don't do anything good.
Okay, so what are your plans? What do you want to do?
Well, to be honest, the way I was raised was kind of like use this, but I don't know if I really should. It might be easier than that.
Have you tried maybe just talking to them?
Gorzak, can you like not be a robot for a minute?
I'll try.
Oh, that'd be ideal if a friend could just help me out, or if somebody could get online, just kind of walk me through this. It's a technical difficulty.
Have you tried calling JP? He's usually pretty good with things like this.
What are you going to do about the reinforcements?
Yeah, this is like right in JP's wheelhouse.
Oh, it's in his wheelhouse, and then he'll take care of that? So, I mean, I could just use his jackknife and get rid of him pretty well. I could use my bare hands, too, but I figured out what they're made of. I snuck in a werewolf copy of them.
I don't think knives are going to be too effective against robots, like just my experience. I mean, JP would know better than me, but...
You say I had such an easy fight on my hands that a weapon might actually harm me? Because how frantic
Yeah, that's what you have to look out for, is if the knife, like, comes back on you.
Okay, now we're talking.
Oh,
After putting on his mask and his gloves, he went upstairs to confront his robot father.
Bed? Yeah, I think you should go to bed. No, it's not. No. I think you should turn the TV off. Okay? I'm a growing boy and I need some sleep. I think you should turn the TV off so it doesn't keep me up all night or make me angry during the day. No, this isn't really a talking matter. I think you should do what I say. No, I can turn that off myself. That's why I am the boss and I've been the boss. So are you a robot? Hey, get rid of it. Hey, slip it around. You seem to be like kind of getting out of the light. Just leave me alone, okay? Alright, nice. Yes. I've been watching too much TV of my own. I'm starting to believe it.
Luckily for his father, Lewis was convinced to just talk to these robots, and upon returning to his basement, Lewis snapped out of his manic delusion and decided that his parents were in fact human. He then brought himself a child's electric scooter to ride around town on, as he thought that he was now an anime character who rides around on a motorbike.
Okay, I'm sending the scooter back.
But it works. I just went for a ride.
You're way too big for it.
It's a big ride.
Okay, they're picking it up today.
But they're not.
They are.
Mom, I have to tell
Look
you
at this.
something.
It's not even tall enough for you.
It's supposed to be that way.
No, it's a kid's. It's for 8-year-olds.
No, it's for saving kids.
It's 8 years old, Lewis.
Mom, it
Okay,
is
so
8
you
years
put
old.
the whole thing together.
Yeah. Mom, I gotta tell you something.
I don't want to hear it.
I
really
gotta
don't.
tell you that. Mom, I'm Kamen Rider.
Lewis, look how short it is.
It's supposed to be.
No.
It's an extreme trick.
No. I was going to exchange it for a bigger one for adults.
But I am an adult. I just wrote it.
You just are.
It's my
No.
EX ride. It's my extra ride, Mom.
You know what?
See, I'm Kamen Rider. I
No,
have
you're
to.
not. It's stupid.
It's not.
It's stupid because it's too small.
The next thing of note is when he got a letter from his probation officer asking him to pay an outstanding sum of money. So he ripped up the letter and urinated on it, then started to look up Japanese tax loopholes so that he didn't have to pay the American legal department. This event really made Lewis angry, so his trolls seized upon the opportunity to wind him up by pretending to be a Californian probation service worker while talking with a pronounced Southern American accent and contacting him on Discord.
Hello, it is Lord Boniface Finley.
Yeah, it is.
I'm from Orange County Correction Facility, and I'm here to collect on your debt, boy. I don't know how you do things up there in Maryland, but down here we pay our debt, boy.
Well, you know, you sound like a big dude, and not to be a smarmy dude, but also to be a big dude. I don't give a what you just said. And I'm having kind of...
Hey, you better give a boy, we bringing up extra charges on you. I know you've been looking at salacious images of little children.
Do you have a camera?
No, the government don't supply me with no camera,
Are you blind? Are you a blind person?
No,
Are you even
I
a real
ain't,
person?
boy.
Are you Lord Frieza? Are you a blind person? Are you a deaf person? Are you just a stupid person? Whoever the you are. Are you Lord Frieza from Dragon Ball? Or are you pretending and trying to die? Huh? Are you the kind of person who's so ill-mannered that you would pick a fight with a teenager who was watching cartoons? You piece of whoever the you are, huh?
I'm gonna hit you, boy. I'm gonna find you.
You sound like a foghorn leghorn. You sound like a Looney Tune. You sound like a idiot.
Oh, your day's coming, boy. You count the days, son. Because when I get there, you gotta be breathing your last.
Nah, Big G. This ain't a sport fight. This ain't Ashita no Joe. This ain't a boxing match. Whoever the this little coward is to spy on me and then get publicly humiliated because I was having this on stream already in the first place. Just, you know what?
It's just a game, okay?
Oh, it's just a game? This is somebody playing some stupid game without telling me the rules, huh?
Hey.
That's right, if I kick this desk over as easy as I can kick this over, then it's just gonna break my toys.
Lewis, please, man. Please, take 8. You're getting too wound up, okay? Okay? Take some gas. Take a drink. Hey, I know you're kind of... Here, take a drink. I know you... Please. I know you're kind
I
of...
work for Banda. I know the
all that yelling and stuff is scaring... It's scaring everyone.
Well, I'm also scared. I'm scared because somebody just challenged me to a fight. Probably the second time in my life.
Lewis, stop. Take it easy. Get it together, man. You're getting too wound up and you know it. So just tone it down a little. Scare the shit out of you, okay? And you're scaring yourself, okay? Okay. Oh, man.
You might be my best friend, and you might know something I don't.
Maybe.
But if that piece of human garbage shows up here, just stay out of it. Because I'm like Akuma from Street Fighter V, okay? And you know what Akuma does in Street Fighter V? He goes crazy, and that's how he gets powerful, and that's how he defends himself. And I defend myself, because I'm like Akuma from the fighting video game Street Fighter in this.
All right. It's just a game, okay? It's not real. Just have some fun and don't get so wound up. Please.
Well, if it's just a game, I hope the other players just saw me stand up for myself.
His trolls are not all bad though, as they did buy him a nice little gift. A 3-foot tall adult pleasure doll that Lewis thought was the spirit of the goth girl Wren that he had known all those years before. He thought that she first removed her own head, packed and posted herself so that she could get past a forest full of demons, I think. He then dressed his doll up as Harley Quinn, as for some reason he had a kid-sized costume of Harley Quinn just lying around. The pair fell in love, and Lewis reported that they had a passionate night in which he produced black ejaculate for 5 explosive minutes straight. Over time, this doll would get strange stains all over its face. As the doll was so small, Lewis started to think that he had grown to be 10 feet tall, and that the doll was a famous musician whose act was to pretend to be a puppet, which is why she never moved.
And there we have it. Just the average young love right here. Everyone is average young love. She's got a glow stick, kind of like a Jedi's lightsaber, but I have an actual necromancer's blade. Okay? So we're fine. Everything's super.
It's a little unclear what happened after this point, but it would seem that he started to think that his father was some kind of demon, so strangled him, and was then put into a mental hospital where he was heavily medicated. This is where the documentary series ends, and we move over to his Twitch account, which really doesn't have many videos on it, but we can piece some things together from this. So he got himself a new punch bag and started to train again.
Thank you, my audience of one. I appreciate you getting that out of me. That was a tough warm-up. I just woke up.
He has also become a rapper. Sadly, I can't show you his raps due to copyright problems.
Yeah, man, you know, one thing that as a rapper or as an artist I always am is I'm self-aware. I mean, I mentioned several times that I'm stuttering through it because it's fast, but yeah.
He also seems to have upgraded his punch bag recently and now has a self-defense training mannequin, which Lewis seems a little nervous to hit with the same vigour that he used to hit his body pillow with. He has taken up art which he seems to enjoy, and that's about all there is on his Twitch account really. So that's where the story ends.
Well, that felt pretty good. Whew. Well, you know my whole life story, and if you're supporting me after that, it means other people will too. I don't know what we should do next. I'm a little out of rhyming talent.
This iceberg, both part 1 and part 2, has been so much work. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's been fun to make, but I'm glad that it's over now and I can get back to normal. If there's anyone from part 1 or part 2 that you'd like me to make a full video on, then I'll leave a pinned comment in the comments, and the person with the most upvotes will get a full video done on them. I'll probably combine part 1 and part 2 at some point in the future and put that out as a full video, as that's what I intended in the first place. But I'll do that later on in the year, as I'm guessing we're all pretty iceberged out at this point. That's about it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the members and the Patreons, and bye bye.
See you soon. Bye bye.